All right. All right, and people are out there waiting. Let's let people in. Hey guys. I'm not in yet. I'm connecting with my other camera. Give me a second. Oh. Okay. Hi, we're switching cameras. All right. Move that down and welcome. Hi, everyone. We've
Hi.
changed the position of the cameras, but you should be able to see everyone. But let me make sure I can hear you guys. Can somebody from home speak up?
Yes, we're all here.
All right, there we go. All right, here comes Jim. And there's Marta and Blas here. Of all days, Blas, you're at home today. And Oscar asked if you are here. Well, I mentioned that you were here, you and Marta. Looks like you're in his classes too. All right.
I see you. I mean, I don't see you.
I don't see you. Yeah, Blas is there. Marta and Blas are there, but they're not. Marta comes on and off here, but Blas is always here. Hi, Sue. Hi,
Hi.
Julie. Jim. Hi, Marta. Hi, Alan. Hi, Blas, and hi, Mary Jean. So, you guys, that person in the back, are you showing up? No, you're right outside of the. If you move a few inches in and say hi, it's okay. No, that way.
Oh.
Anyway, no, you don't need to see him. But there's Oscar. I was trying to introduce you, but you're outside of the range of. Oh, the camera got moved. That's why. We have a. There we go. We have a semi relationship with the people who use this room. Every time I come, everything has to be reset. Anyway. All right. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so I think I can hear you well. Can you guys hear me? All right.
Yes.
We're all set.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like you're lower for some reason today. I seem to hear you less. Let me put you on higher. Okay. All right. So we're ready to go. I had to switch cameras. So the recording for today's class might show the class as the main thing. What's that?
No, I'm just looking
Yeah.
online and I keep lots of
I don't know. Diane isn't here and Susie isn't here. I don't know where. I assume they'd be in person. Anyway, doesn't matter. Jenny is having surgery. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go. So we have two, well, three. Are you still having issues with that? Is your password not letting you in? It's okay. Don't change your password settings. Don't do that. Just let it be. It's not important if you can't get in. Just close that option because I don't want you to have issues with that because you're in and it's okay. Something's up with that password. Just close it. Oh, it doesn't matter for now. Just close that window and because you don't need to get in there. Yeah. Wow. I dropped this 3 times. Okay. So, last week we were reviewing. It was our first week of seeing how we connect all of our devices together. And we were reviewing the fact that it really all happens in the system settings, where if you have the settings on each one of your devices connected to the same ons and offs, right? Then the information is going to flow through the cloud. And we began by setting up our accounts, which is what I was just double checking at the beginning of class. How about you guys at home? I need you guys to give me a yes if you are sure that you have your pipeline account at least connected to your devices. And so I'm going to open up the chat, by the way, and everyone please give me a chat. Whoa, wow, here comes Angelina. See that? It's goes from being too loud to not too loud.
Good.
I guess I got it too loud now. Yeah. No, but now I'm down a bit. Yeah. So the doorbell just good. So here she goes. Hi Angelina, thanks for joining us. All right. So we have let me get the participants up here, and there we go. I'm gonna put you guys over there. I'm gonna put you over here for a minute. Okay, so now you all can see each other and we're all in class. All right. Yeah, do you mind closing the door? Thank you. Oh, and someone nicely closed the blinds. Who did that?
They came that way.
No, they were, oh, these are the ones that are open today. I knew that one side was open today. I was like, no, yeah, one side was open today. So we have curtains here finally. They just installed them last week. So it's looking very cool in here. All right, so we have the system settings where last week everyone was supposed to check in their internet accounts. You were supposed to set up all your accounts. And that was your homework also, that if you had already only set up the pipeline, you were supposed to go in and set up the rest of them. Here comes Bob. Hi, Bob. So
Hello.
I need to see a yes from everyone at home. And I'm seeing 4 yeses, 5 yeses. I need to see a yes from everyone else if you have your internet account set up with just your pipeline and ideally the rest of your personal accounts. And then over here, you guys, give me your little green if you have your internet account set up. And I believe, oh, Phil, you're saying no. Did you set your pipeline up even? For the pipeline account? You have your laptop here? We'll pull it open and we'll look at it because. Okay, but as we move forward right now. Well, no, not really. I was checking with the others before you came in, so just open it up and I'll just walk behind you. Because the rest of the stuff that we're going to be doing today involves being able to have all that account set up. You know what I mean? Because without that set up, nothing's going to flow. So now once we have our account set up, now we can begin to explore how these accounts are connected. And the pipeline account, I mean, ideally, if you have any other accounts, the homework was the pipeline account and the others are up to you. And my suggestion was to go ahead and set them up so that later we can, during the 6 times that we meet, 5 more times, practice it. And then if you don't like it, I showed you how to turn it on and off and how easy it is to turn it off if that wasn't a request. So we're going to go ahead now and review that for a minute here. So I'm going to share my screen so people at home can see. I'm sharing the system settings. And the system settings right now, okay, so people at home are just seeing the system settings. Everyone, open up your system settings. And once you've had them open, scroll down to internet accounts. And we spend a lot of time talking about accounts and email and how these things merge. And today I'm going to show you, but yeah, there's a system settings. Cool.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, go back 1 arrow. And that's one account, your pipeline, and that's one account, your iCloud. Okay.
good.
So if you have a personal Gmail, for example, that would be another account. Does that make sense? So do you have a personal AOL or Gmail or Yahoo or something that you use? No, because you're the one who uses your iCloud. So that's perfect. And okay. And is that what kind of account is that? Is it a PC? Is it a Gmail? Okay. So then don't go that way. Say cancel. And yeah, and then just go through Google. Click on Google and put it in that way. And you're all set up, I think. No, you have your iCloud, but not your pipeline. And this is where it wasn't going in. Oh, it's just that we were saying RMA1. That's the problem. So go ahead and say Google. That's the problem. Which is you were doing RMA1 at Gmail or RMA at pipeline. Which is the one that is the right one? Say cancel. Is it RMA just for pipeline?
That's gotta be.
Okay, go ahead and click on that one then. Because when you went to sign in later, you were putting RMA1. So now just click on that one instead. Good. Oh, I know what it is. It's that our sounds together are, click on that. You have your, when I approach you, it's because of your ear, your hearing thing and my hearing thing are combining.
Oh,
That's the problem. Okay, there we go. So now click on that one. That's why I'm hearing that next to you. Okay, say continue. Got it. And now say select all. And then scroll all the way down. Okay, guys, I see that everyone at home has said yes. Say continue. and you should be set up. We were just putting in your personal beginning of your pipeline with your pipeline instead of your Gmail. So you're all set up. Go in here now and say done. Perfect. You're all set up. Okay, Linda's coming in. All right, so I'm seeing yeses on all of you guys. And Linda just joined us. So hi, Linda. Nice to see you. I'm going to clear your answers. And Linda, I was just asking everyone if they had their pipeline set up. And the next question is how many of you guys decided to put in your personal emails in there as well? And if you did, give me a yes. And if you chose not to, give me a no. Okay, so everyone at home, yes and no over here. Yeah. Well, like, you did, for example, you have like, this is your personal email. So you set it up. So you'd be a yes. Some people are only putting the pipeline because it's what I'm asking them to do. But I've also suggested putting in your other email addresses that you might own. Okay, so in your case, it's just pipeline, right? You have pipeline set up. Let me just check. I'm just double checking on everyone so that when we start, yeah, it's up and running. And you have it set up and you have it set up. Okay, so that's a no from like 3 people here and no from Sue. And then everyone else at home is giving me a yes. Okay. All right, so I'm clicking your answers. So it's not right or wrong. I needed you to have your pipeline. The rest of you can choose or not to put in your personal other accounts. And as we explore how they work, you can choose whether you want to add your personal ones later. It's, as you know, it's as easy peasy to do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my entire screen now. And this part that I'm about to do right now is going to be more of a demo. So everyone hang in there for the demo. Don't do this, just watch for just a sec. And I'm actually going to share this other screen because this computer still, they set it up in such a way that I'm not giving you anyway, I'm not allowed to. This doesn't let me do location services. We're going to talk about that, but it is kind of important for the whole system. Okay, so let me minimize this so that I can see the rest of the screen better. All right, so guys, I'm in Sequoia right now, and let me make this bigger for you guys here at home to see. There we go. I'm going to put the participants on the other side. Okay, so move you guys over here so I can see all of you. There we go. All right, so the whole point of the way that the communication apps work on the Mac is to be able to make it seamless for you between all your devices. And again, some of you guys have just one. Most of you guys have a Mac and an iPhone, though not all of you. And then some of you also have iPads and you have watches and, you know, that's about it, right? There used to be someone who had an iPod Touch, but I don't think anyone else have. Oh, I haven't ever asked you, how many of you guys have AirPods? Does anyone have an AirPod? Raise your hands over here. That's 3 of you guys. How about at home? If you have an AirPod, give a yes. Okay, Marta. Okay, quite a few AirPods. Okay. What's that? Yeah, well, we are the handheld devices class that is happening in December. Is it December or end of November? I'll talk to you about it later. We'll talk about the AirPods. Anyway, so that's another one of the devices that people tend to have, but I haven't checked in on you on that one because there's nothing really to handle through system settings and all that, so it didn't matter as much, but all the rest do matter. So, so here we go. We have, so this is, remember, just like a little tour of the situation. And say that, for example, I go to my mail app and we shared, hold on, I need to put the code in my phone to let me in. Okay, so say that I'm at home and I look up the address for something. So I'm going to go to Maps. And I'm going to go to Maps over here, and I'm going to say, for example, actually, I'm going to do Maps later. Say I'm going to go to Calendar. And last week, I showed you how when we open up all of the different accounts, so I have my pipeline account, my SBCC teacher account, my iCloud account, okay, all the different accounts. And remember that this is just show and tell right now. So let me show you how if today, Monday 20th, so tomorrow, Tuesday, say that I say that at 11 a.m. I'm going to make an event and I'm going to, maybe at 12, I'm going to go have lunch with someone. And so where should I go have lunch and with whom? Let me see. With
Natural
I keep
Cafe.
thinking Robin Hood. I'm thinking, what's the little girl who gets eaten by the wolf? Little Red Riding Hood. I'm gonna have Little Red Riding Hood. Okay. I guess I could type that well. Riding Hood. Wow, I can't type today. Wow, look at that. Little Red Riding Hood. Jesus. But even so let's say lunch, right? So the moment I say lunch, this thing immediately makes an assumption, right? And it goes, oh, you probably want an hour, a lunch for 1 hour. Say that instead of 12, I wanted to meet at a different time. Then I would go in here and I would say, no, I actually am going to meet at 12:30, for example, for lunch or something like that. And it moved it by half an hour, by an hour, because it assumes lunch is 1 hour. Now, whenever you make an appointment for other things, it will assume that's two, depending on what you write, it'll assume 2 hours, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes half an hour. It kind of tries to guess when you say what the appointment is for. So I guess we all get an hour allotted for lunch. So where am I going to have lunch? You guys tell me, where am I going to have lunch?
Natural Cafe.
Natural Cafe. And what, and he said in an, okay, Natural Cafe, because there's only one. Natural Cafe. Oh, I don't have, really? I don't have it set up here either.
Is this the Apple calendar or the Google calendar?
This is the
Oh.
Apple Calendar. Hold on. I forgot that I'm showing you through the school. Did they turn off my location services through this one too? No. The other day they couldn't make my location services work and I told them I'm demoing it next week and that we'll have it set up. What's that? Oh, since this room is newly set up and all the computers are new, they is the tech support who is handling everything, and we're battling to try to get location services set up, and I'm noticing that it's not. Here I was going to demo how awesome when you write Natural Cafe, it pops out the address. And if I go to the calendar, and so is it not set up here either? Natural Cafe. See, there it is. Santa Barbara Uptown, Hitchcock Way. So the map is finding it. So, nope, it's not even. So say that it's, why isn't my calendar finding it though? Yeah, but something's wrong in the setup. They told me, we spent an hour after class last week. Anyway, so here it is, say Natural Cafe, and it's showing me how to get there, and it can give me directions, right? So here it's giving me directions of how to get from where we are to the Natural Cafe. But what I was trying to show you was the same thing, but in the calendar. Now, one thing I can do, and I can tell if I'm going to walk there, if I'm going to ride a bus, if I'm going to bike there, right? It'll tell me what best way to take, or look on a bike, it tells you how much you need to climb or what you now need to do. But anyway, say that I'm going to ride there. But over here, this is not working for the calendar. It's not, the system services aren't working with, see, they are. The calendar should have the location services turned on, but it's not doing it, which is crazy. Pascucci's. Oh, it's doing it for Pascucci's. I guess it didn't like the Natural Cafe. Okay, we're going to Pascucci's instead. So here we go. We're going to Pascucci's, and see how I just wrote the word Pascucci. The address appears there and a map appears there. And I can choose to be alerted when to go, how much time do I need to have an alert before I leave, or when I need to leave, do I give it a travel time? Say it'll take me 30 minutes to get there. Nothing takes 30 minutes in Santa Barbara. But see how my calendar went ahead and gave me an extra time. And I want to spend a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and make it be an hour and a half. So I'm just going to drag it out. So suddenly I'm meeting for an hour and a half with my friend, Little Red Riding Hood. Now, here's the thing. If I had gone to the calendar, and I should have used Ironman because we did put the information for Ironman the other day. Oh, here's Robin Hood. I use fake people for the calendar, for the contacts, Superman, Batman. And but I don't have Little Red Riding Hood. But yeah. So here we go. So say that I'm going to meet with Robin Hood instead of Little Red Riding Hood, whatever, because I already have them in my contacts. So here's information about them, but also here's, I'm going to meet them at their house. So I put them in here in my calendar. And when I click on this little guy right there, it gives me the map and it tells me what address I need to go to meet them and if I'm going to stop somewhere else first. So now suddenly I can plan my route from here to there and I can send that information to my phone. So all of that is connected. And one thing, and let me just say one more thing. Let me just show you one last thing. I'm minimizing everything. Now we get to the mail that we just set up the other day. So here's mail, right? So say that I have an appointment. Say that SBC teacher is going to send an email. I'm going to send myself an email. And we're all going to do this in a minute. I'm just showing you the breadth of it. So say that I'm inviting this person, which is me, to lunch at Pescucci's. Let's say that again. And I say, me tomorrow for lunch at, I don't know, let's say brunch. What time is brunch normally? I never go to brunches.
11,
Is brunch at
10 or 11.
I know. Oh yeah, we could do this from the text as well. So brunch is 10 or 11. I don't think I've gone to a brunch in 20 years. Anyway, what's that? 11, 10, how about 10:30? Then we're all in agreement. So I send this to me at Pipeline. So I'm sending myself from my other account to me. So I get an invitation. And when I get to, whenever the invitation arrives, and we're going to do that in a second, it's going to, and I'm going to just give it a minute to arrive. You'll see how easy it is to then go to that invitation and make that appointment with the address of where we're going. Now, all of this is on the computer. How many of you guys actually use the computer to make a lunch appointment or a doctor's appointment? Okay, a couple. How about you guys at home? How many, let me clear your answers. How many of you guys use your computer, okay, not your phone, your computer to make appointments? As I said, say you go to the dentist and you're setting up your 6-month appointment, you kind of have your phone with you, right? But if you're at home and you're calling for an appointment for the doctor, would you use your computer or your phone? So at home, most of you guys said no, but listen to this conversation that I just had. Let me clear this out. What if you at home call the doctor for an appointment and they say, I don't know, December 5th. Do you use your computer? Give me a yes. Do you use your phone? Give me a no. That's for those of you guys who are at home. How about over here? If you use your computer, if you're at home setting an appointment, if you use your computer, raise your hand, and don't raise your hand if you use your phone. So computer, raised hands from home. Okay, so 2 or 3 of you guys use your computer.
I
The
write it in a little appointment book that folds into my wallet.
That's true. There's always the people who still use the appointment books. So
That's-
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, well, that's why you're in this class, right? To learn how to do that on your
Yes, yes.
phone or on your computer. Okay, so even so, at home, 4 of you guys, and I said you do it on your computer, and the rest of you still keep saying that you don't. So either you do it on your phone, or maybe like Mary Jean, you still do it on your little black book. Okay, so now I'm gonna clear your answers again. And so let's bring up our phones. So now when I go to my phone, let me share my phone so that you can see this same setup. And then as soon as we're done with this little demo, we're all going to start putting hands and setting up one of these like appointments where everything rotates around this one environment. So let me see. I'm going to open my mail on my phone now. Okay. Really? Okay. And set it up. So password, Face ID, yes, I'm me. Oh, my 2-factor authentication. 59. No, 581. 581. So remember when I talked to you about the two-factor authentication, that's what it's asking me? It's asking me to prove that I'm me because I'm connecting with an account and with a phone that I normally don't use for this account. So that's how I have set up my school account. And so I pull up my phone because this phone is school phone. In fact, it's the one that we got for the gardening class. That's how long ago that I've had this one. It's an iPhone 10 from wherever. All right. This is the stuff that we did last week for our accounts, and here we go. All right, so I'm going to head over to my pipeline account and see if I got my invitation. Not yet. It's still reading from August. Okay, since I just set it up, it's still reading from August. All right, so I'm going to wait until this comes in. So for some reason, the invitation isn't coming in yet. Come on, systems. I know, it's so funny because I'm always doing, you know what? I'm having an issue with the fact that there's so many messages saying that Canvas isn't working. And right now it's telling me that Pipeline isn't reading. I'm wondering if the whole system is down, which is horrible because right now I'm teaching you the whole system and I'm not able to.
Would it help to check sent messages? To see if it's
Let me
there?
stop it's in, yeah, but it's not going out. This is telling me that it's not going out. The Pipeline account isn't, it says server message. Which, given that's the day that I need you guys to use all your system, that's really a problem because I want you guys to use your Pipeline account. And the Pipeline right now is not going out. Okay, you know what? Let's pivot. All right, so I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm looking. There's 3 warnings from school right now saying that Canvas is down and the internet is down, but it says the main campus. But the other day when it was down here and I was in the middle of class and I told them, they said that it hadn't been working since midday and the class met at 1. All right, I'm pivoting because if the system isn't working right now, I'm not going to be able to show that. So let's do this. Everyone pick up your phones and we're going to do the same thing that we did on your computers, but we're going to do it on your phones today. And those of you who have iPads, does anyone here have an iPad? You brought it here? Okay. So anyone at home who has an iPad or anyone who's here has an iPad, well, today is Monday, last Wednesday, I showed you how to set up all these accounts on your computer. So now I'm going to demo how to set up these on your phones. So I'm going to go ahead and share my phone. And everyone, let's go find your system settings on your phone. If you can't find them, let me know. But it looks exactly like it looked on the computer. It's this little icon right there that has the one that looks like settings. But if you don't see it, if you look around and don't see it, remember I showed you there's 2 ways to find an app that you can't find. One was to use the search feature, and one was to go down to the app library. So let me demo both of them. First of all, down here, and let me show you with my little color pencil right here. You have a search button at the very bottom. If you have an older phone, I believe some of you guys who at home had a phone that was like it was Jenny. Does anyone else have a phone that's like a 6?
I have a 6S.
Mary Jean. Okay, now 6S might work. Do you still see the search right there? Because if you don't see the search right there, then you would see it by pulling down gently with your finger. You put your finger in the middle of the screen and you gently pull down, and then the search feature pops up right there. So this has been around forever. The newer phones have a search right there, ready for you to click and do a search. But any phone from the past, you just gently put your finger and just pull down a little bit, and then the search appears down there. So whenever you have your search, you start writing set, and then just by SET, the phone knows that you're looking for your settings. Okay, so then you click on your settings. So, oh, is the Wi-Fi down too? Oh my God.
Diana, I have a quick question. What screen am I on when you say there could be a search thing?
So
My home screen?
on your home screen, yeah. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to check and see whether the Wi-Fi is running here.
No, that's okay. I don't have it. And if I
Okay, let me
swipe
check
up,
in.
no,
My,
swipe
my
down.
phone is
Okay.
connected to Wi-Fi. Oh, because you don't want to go to SBCC.
Nope.
Yes, go to just say cancel. Let's get out of there and then look for the SBCC, not the SBCC guest. That one, SBCC. And then put your school username and password. Okay, yeah, no, I'm on Wi-Fi. As soon as you said that, I'm like, wait, no, that's one too many. The Wi-Fi is working. Okay, so yeah, on your home page, that's where you find your search, meaning any page that's not an app. So say that if an app is running, you don't see the search there. So you have to remember, flip upwards to get rid of it. And remember that this isn't the class where I get to teach you all about your phone. That in fact is coming in the handheld devices. But here what I'm doing is having you access different apps. And the other way, who remembers about finding the app library? That was like a month, 2 months ago that I taught you that. So might be a while for you guys to remember. Okay, so watch. We're gonna just flip sideways and sideways and sideways until we can't go anymore. So watch again. This is my main screen. I'll flip the whole screen over and the whole screen over and the whole screen over until I get to the app library. Who remembers the app library? Yeah. So this is where every single app that your phone has is back there. And so then either you see it, which I happen to be seeing that icon, but if you don't see that icon, then you go up there and you do the settings right there. So the two ways to find your settings app. And once you get to your settings app, then we are going to give me a yes at home. If anyone is, when everyone's at their settings app at home, please give me a yes. And how about here? Just raise your hand here if you need help getting to your settings app. Are you all there? You need a hand with getting to your settings app? Okay. So right there in the app, so either you find it, this is the app library, you found it. You're in the app library, now you need to write SET if you don't see it there. Now, most of you guys see it on the front page. Did you find it?
Yeah, I found the app library and I found.
You found the settings? How about you? You're in your
Well, I
settings.
know where
Yeah,
settings
you're fine. This is good. This is where you need to be. Oh, you don't have an iPhone? Okay. You're in the settings. The app library this is where you need to, no, the app library wasn't that. The app library is that. Okay, and then when you're in your settings, this is your settings, not the app library. Yeah, okay. How about at home, everyone? I'm seeing yeses everywhere, except for Alan. Alan, how can I help? Is your sound up?
Yeah, I don't have an iPhone.
Oh, that's true. You're like Phil. You and Julie and Phil don't have iPhones. Okay, so that's fine then. For better or for worse, there's similarities that you can do something similar to this in the Android, but you won't really be able to do it the same way. So on our phones, we're going to head down all the way. And now we're going so you're going to be at the very, 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 very top of your settings, and you go all the way to the very bottom, the furthest down you can go. And there you'll see again, you will see the word apps. Okay, you're going to click on that one. All right, let me clear your answers. Give me a yes when you guys made it there. Those of you at home, I want to make sure that you're all caught up. And then over here, you're all good. You found the apps. Rod, did you find it? Bottom. Okay. So once we're in here, Angelina, okay, Mary Jean, you're saying no. All right, so show me, or tell me where you're at on the phone. You're muted.
I go to settings
Mm-hmm.
and then I scroll down to not the app store.
No, no, if you're in the settings, if you're in the settings, you wouldn't go to App Store. If you're in the settings, watch my screen. Are
Yeah.
you in this main settings?
Yes.
Okay, scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom and you'll see down there the word apps.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
don't
said
have it.
you're in the iPhone, you're the one who said you're in an iPhone S?
6S, yes, so I
6S.
probably don't have it. That's okay.
Okay, no, no, that's okay, but there's a different place. Can you instead see over at about this height? Do you see internet accounts or mail? Do you see the word mail here somewhere?
1 second.
If you don't, I'll show you one more way to get it. I always have to adapt to all the different people's, versions. Okay.
So I'm looking for what now? Mail?
Yeah, everyone else stay where you are. You're in the app settings, but for an older phone, do you see the word mail?
Sure. And I
Okay.
touch mail.
You
Okay.
found it. Okay, good. So click on the word mail. All right, good. So then hang in there because now I'm going to take everyone else. Okay, so if you all found the apps, click on that apps. And now we're going to look for the word mail. She just had it in a different place, but for the newer system settings, this is where it is. And as you can see, we're in alphabetical order. So you can scroll all the way down to the M, or you can just type the word mail up here under the search. Now we're in the system settings. We're not opening the mail. We're not opening our mail to check our mail. We're opening the settings to control our mail choices. Okay. So we're going to either write in the search, or if you might notice here, there's like a little A, B, C, D, E, M. So you can put your finger here around the M-ish and click over there. And that brought me straight to the M's. And there's my mail. So I can do it either with a search, or I can kind of get near to what I want, clicking over there on the M. I think the easiest one probably would have been to either that or scroll down. And here we are in mail. So is everyone in the mail app? Not in the mail app, in the settings for the mail app. Now let's click on the settings for the mail app. Yep. Okay, let me clear your answers at home. All right, this one's hard. So I need your okays every single time because I'm dragging you through a whole bunch of settings and I need you all to be constantly telling me, yep, 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 yep. All right, so we're in the mail apps. And as you might see over here, you see the word mail accounts. Can you all see the mail accounts? All right, click on mail accounts. You guys at home? You're in the mail accounts. All right. And here's where I have also installed my pipeline. And I've also installed all my other accounts. Okay. So for you guys, some of you have it from other classes if you've taken the class before. So you might already have, I'm going to clear your answers again. Some of you might have the pipeline already set up. If you see the word pipeline there and you already have it set up, give me a yes. So then I won't check in on you because you're all set. But for those of you who don't see the pipeline account, we're going to set it up right now. No, no. If it's your iCloud, that's your iCloud account. So in my case, I have, oh, here comes Jackie. Let me let her in. Okay. So hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining us. So Jackie, just to catch you up, we're in the system settings, mail settings. So if you need help, give me a second. I'll explain this one and then I'll check in on you on one-on-one. But I'm looking at the people here at home and I'm not seeing yeses everywhere. In fact, I'm seeing a no from Mary Jean. So let me explain again what we're doing. Once you got to the system settings, we looked for the mail system settings. And now we're going to go into mail accounts. And then, yes, we were supposed to get yes if you have your pipeline set up. And I see Blas and Marta have done that. And I see Bob has it set up. He was in class before. I'm seeing Sue and Mary Jean don't see it. Jim, Yolanda, Marta, Alan, you don't have a pipeline. Angelina, you don't have an iPhone, I mean. And Julie, you don't have an iPhone. So you guys can just hang in there. All right. So let's click on add account, everyone. Those of you who said you don't have your pipeline set up. And for those of you who have an iPad, this is the same process. Okay. And now we're going to go to the word Google. On your phones, I'm going to click on the word Google. And let's hope the school's setup is good enough to connect us to Google. And so here we're going to add your pipeline username and the whole thing at pipeline.sbcc.edu. So it's really long, okay? So we're gonna go in there and click on the whole thing. So mine is DE Musacchio.
Password for modfile@mac.com. That's not what you want.
No, because you're adding your pipeline. Let me just check in, make sure you don't have it yet, because yeah, it's your iCloud account.
This is what showed up when I hit that.
Hold on. What we want to do is, let me just Google, what you want to do in here is put in your pipeline Google account, which I can always give you guys your usernames, never
have
your
it there.
passwords. You have it. Okay, so wait until we get to the place where it lets you in. And we don't want that one. We want, hello,
Right, this is what
this
happens
is
to
really
me.
slow. The system is, there it is. Okay, sign in. Okay, over here, put in your pipeline username.
Okay,
So it's, the
I know
phone
what it
doesn't
is.
know it yet. The phone doesn't know it yet. So you have to start it from zero. Okay, so put in the RMA at pipeline.sbcc.edu.
It took me to here.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is the place to put in your CA gear, whatever it is, that's your username, pipeline username
Okay.
at, whoops,
Oops,
Ah.
did you hit it?
yeah. So put in there your pipeline username. So remember, you guys, we put in the whole thing. We put your username and then you put your at pipeline .sbcc.edu. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in here again. The whole, because we're going to need to put it in twice. The whole pipeline username thing goes in twice. So if you guys can see this board, it's your username at, and it's pipeline dot, don't forget the dot, sbcc.edu. It's the whole shebang. Now I can give you your username if you don't have it. I can look at the roster. Yeah, I can see. I need to tie it in. Ah, that's typo. Why? I need to reshare my screen because the phone was off and so it's not sharing it. Here we go. So sbcc.edu. When you got there, go ahead and say done on the bottom right. And I'm checking on you. Everyone at home, tell me how you're doing. Click on select all. Click on select all. RMA at pipeline.sbc. That's 3 C's over there. So take 1 C off.
Oh,
How are we doing here? Pipeline is, okay, good. So say next. And then you're gonna have to say select all. Okay, now it's gonna put in the password. Okay, you need to put in your username. Do you have it set up on your phone? No, so you need to write CA Gear or whatever your username is. Is it CA Gear or C Gear?
Well, for
For pipeline.
It's C.
Okay, so put in C Gear. Okay, how are we doing, Maud?
I'm trying to like get in there. It says Canvas is unavailable.
But we don't care if Canvas is right now. Just put in your the username that they have for you here, which we know is,
I can't get this to go away so I can
oh,
type it in.
there's your typo. So it's the wrong, I know they have your wrong name for your pipeline. They corrected your pipeline account? All right. All right, how are you doing? You got it. You got it. Cool.
Okay, now the password for here is what they need.
Yeah, that's the password for here.
Select, I put select all, it didn't come out with notes, so. I don't-
No, because the pipeline doesn't, yeah, they
so I
don't,
just- I had her
doesn't have it.
select all.
All right, how are we doing at home? Yes, Angelina?
So I set up the way you told us to in my settings, but I also have a Gmail app on my phone that is linked to my pipeline.
Mhm.
I know this is a dumb question, but what's the difference between doing it through settings and having the app? Like,
It's a
is
great, no,
there?
it's a great question. And remember, and this is something that I was demoing at the end of last week, and I said, you guys were going to expand upon this today, and we will. The difference between using the Gmail app or using the Mac Mail app, which is what we're setting up here, is that if you use the
Okay.
Gmail app and you have two accounts, say you have your pipeline Gmail and you have a personal Gmail, say that you have two different Gmails. Then in
Mhm.
the Gmail app, you have to be switching accounts each time to see the emails that arrive from one account or that arrive to another account. And if you happen to have a Yahoo email, then you have to go to the Yahoo app to check out the Yahoo email. And if you
Mhm.
have AOL, you have to go to the AOL. So yeah. So the biggest difference of using the mail app that comes with the phone and the computer is that by entering all these accounts into the settings, which is what we're doing right now, then the mail app acts like a funnel, and it reads at the same time your Yahoo, your AOL, your pipeline, your personal Gmail, your whichever Hotmail, right? You enter all of these into the accounts, and then you open the mail app and you read all your emails at once. Remember when I showed you that you could either read your emails all at once in the inbox,
Right. Yeah.
or you could
Yeah.
use each one independent. So it's exactly the same thing on the phone.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's not wrong to use any of the other apps. It's just that you'd have to go to individual app per app. And that's a choice. Since we're in the Mac class and I'm teaching you how to use Mac devices, I'm teaching you the Mac way. And then after that, and remember, you have to do this for five, 6 meetings. And then after that, you choose, nah, I preferred it the old way or the new way. So it's just try it on, right? And so once you have it set up here, I'll show you as we move on. So I'm going to go ahead and how's it going? So Angelina, you got it set up. Give me a yes. Mary Jean, it didn't work for you. You're saying no. How can I help? You're muted.
I lost our screen. However, I did do it. And I wonder, does anyone else here feel like an absolute genius when they can do something simple? Absolute genius because I did this.
You know what, Mary Jean, this isn't even simple. This is one of those like, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I'm pulling teeth. It's setting up accounts is one of those days where I'm like pulling teeth from you guys. After that, it all rolls through. But until the
Fine.
accounts are set up, we can't have this ease of saying, well, I'm going to meet with Jimmy. And when you for lunch and you put Jimmy for lunch and you have his address, you have the place you're going to lunch to, you have his contacts, it all is like one, it's an environment like an ecosystem. Talk about where it's all there, but it starts by setting up those accounts, right? So this is the part where if you consider this easy, Mary Jean, I'm honored because this is the
Oh,
part where it
no, it's
feels like
not
I'm
easy. Oh,
working
no,
with
this is mind-boggling.
Okay, and it'll be
I
even
got
more
it.
mind-boggling when you get to see what you can do now that your accounts are set up. So now, that thing that I just showed you was one, so I'm seeing yeses everywhere except for Alan because you don't have an iPhone, so that's okay. Phil doesn't have, Julie doesn't have an iPhone, she has an Android. So basically Julie and Alan have Androids, and Blas had already said yes, he took his yes off. Blas, you were a yes, okay, right? I think he was, yeah. Yes, yes. Those of you who have iPads, you have to go home and do this on your iPads. Exactly. So now, when you get to the settings and when you go, so I'm going to go back into the settings because I signed out. I was about to show you the other account. By the time I'm done, I have 4 email accounts. I have Gmail, Pipeline, my junk mail, which I told you guys about. We talked quite extensively about my junk mail, and that's a Yahoo account, right? When I click on that. Now, since this phone I haven't set things up for a while. I need to re-sign in to these guys. So give me a second. And the reason I'm having to set these up again is because since I haven't used them in a while, I mean, this phone I only use every time I teach Mac level 2. And so it's kind of checking in. Are you really you? So see the whole you have a two-step verification turned on, right? And what that means is it's going to send me to some place that I told it a code, right? And I told it, and I'm going to tell it to use my phone. So I'm going to send over there. And remember when I told you I'll be showing you quite a few two-step verifications. This is it. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go to my phone now. And this is my real phone. And here it is. Here's the number that I just got. So I just got a code telling me to put it in there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and type it in here. So that's 896046. And this code changes each time. So as soon as you start doing two-factor authentication, which you definitely have to have, remember we talked a lot about spam last week. So when spam and stuff like that. So you definitely have to have two-factor verification set up for things like your bank, okay? For all of your accounts that are really important. If you have your accounts online, check things like that. You definitely need two-factor authentication. And who remembers what two-factor authentication is? Well, you saw it happen right now. It's two. But why is it important? What is the second factor there? What's the reason? It proves.
To try to get your account, they won't be able to do all of that.
Well, exactly, because like Maud said, it just proves.
Your sound is off.
Hear me again?
Yes, now we can.
All right, so remember the two-factor authentication? Someone for any reason looking over your shoulder saw you type in your phone, your passcode. And so then when they steal your phone, they can actually get in. Yeah, because they saw it, or they saw how your fingers were moving, or you did it without being careful. You know, like an ATM, you have to cover yourself well on the phone if you don't really protect. So they got in, right? But then when they try to get into your bank account, the bank says, well, you need to send me a verification code. And the only way to do that is with another one of your devices available. So they would have to have that other device or facial ID, and they look at themselves and they don't look like you, right? So those are all second steps of verification to really make sure that you are you. So this thing just checked that I was me by sending it to my real phone, because that's the number I gave him. So if you ever find yourself with any of those accounts that ask for two-factor authentication and you give them your phone number, for example, from then on, you kind of have to live with your phone on you, right? Because you can't try to get in and have your phone in the car. Someone's phone is ringing, right? So I have like two-factor authentication on quite a few accounts. And so if my phone wasn't always on my body, I wouldn't be getting into those things. And in fact, you know, this summer I was traveling, and a couple of times I had to check in with my husband because my husband needed a two-factor authentication sent into account that I was asking him to use for me at home. And he had to get my account from me in you know, the other end of the world. So it's a bit stifling sometimes, right? When I'm saying to my husband, hey, get into my account and send me something. And he's like, I need your number. So I would have to go. I was in Argentina. I'd have to go find my phone at 2 a.m., give him the code so he could put it in the account here so that he could continue, which if it wasn't because it's me and him, we couldn't. And that's good. It's good to have to jump through hoops when it comes to security. As much of a as it seems, it is good. Yeah, Sue?
Yeah,
By the way, everyone, 1 second, Sue. If you see any other accounts, see how I have my 4 accounts in here? If you guys want to add any other, this is a good time to keep adding them as I keep answering questions. As soon as I'm done with everyone adding all the accounts they want and helping you add them, I'm seeing everyone has their pipeline in there, but if you have any other accounts you want to add, do so now. And I'm going to start showing you how these work. Okay.
When I finished everything.
Yeah. So we're fine. Just hang in there. Hold on. Select all.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Sue?
so when I went to set up my pipeline account, I put in my pipeline,
I'm going to stop the share for a
name,
minute. Yeah.
yeah. And then I punched next, and it came up, Canvas is unavailable. Canvas is experiencing an outage due to an ongoing.
Yeah,
global-
you can just, since we're not using Canvas, just click a little, that's a little green sign. Click on the X on it because we're not using Canvas, it doesn't matter. And then you can put in your pipeline username and password. Yeah, they're warning anyone and everyone that Canvas is down, which is, guys, Canvas is how the entire credit campus handles their classes. So there's a pretty uproar at school right now. But we're not using it right now, so it's okay. So do you want to read to me the signs?
I want to what?
Read to me what else you see so I can help you move through that.
Canvas is 2FA issue, one-time.
Yeah. That it doesn't, you can click, there's a little X on the right side of that little green box that says
No,
that.
I don't have a little green box.
Okay, then ignore it. Canvas is
I-
not something that we're using today. So
I
for
know, but
us,
how do I get to put in
scroll- okay,
my,
so in the bottom of that window, do you see a tiny little, let me see if I can show it here. Let me see if I can share it here. And I'm not getting it right now. Let me see if I tried to connect. I'm going to try to connect to SBCC and see if it shows it to me. Let me share my phone again and see if you see what I mean. This is a different window, but look, see the screen over here?
yep,
Is this the one you're seeing?
yes,
Okay, so it says Canvas is unavailable.
right,
2FA issue, one time delayed.
right.
The one-time passcode, the 2FA is two-factor authentication. The one-time passcode is delaying its delivery to AT&T phones. Okay. I got the code. Oh no, I got the code through Yahoo. That's interesting. Okay. So for you to keep going, you can either scroll down like this or see down here. And this is the part that I wanted to show everyone. Look at this. When it says sign in, and it's asking me to sign into something that might not be the right thing. So Maud was being asked to sign into her iCloud account and she was trying to set up her Google, for example, right? So then you don't want to just fill username because this is trying to say sign in with my sbcc.edu. So if you need to type it in, see that down here. And for those of you who are here in person are seeing this little green annotate button, but for the rest of you guys, see that little guy there? That's the keyboard. So you need to click on that there for the keyboard to pop in, and now you can type it in. Sue, you don't have that?
No,
Okay. So, but you're seeing this, right?
yes, but I'm an AT&T phone.
That's okay. You don't need the two-factor authentication. Can you just pull up like this?
Okay, I see
and enter your
username.
Username and password.
Yes, but, and so my
So then-
pipeline?
Yeah, click in to enter your username and just put, I think it's S Ward. I'm not sure what yours is.
No,
don't know.
I know what it is.
You know it,
SL
okay.
Ward.
Enter just your username there. Normally you don't have all these warnings, guys. There's like, oh, this is going wrong right now. So we have warnings, but you bypass them scrolling until you find
Great.
the basic setup. So
Yes,
just your username and then your password.
SL Ward. I'm having typing problems like you do. Okay.
I always say nothing worse for typing than being on the
Password,
board. How do you call it? In front of the room.
right.
All right, let me know how it goes. Read to me the next things that shows up in case you need another hand. All right, I'm seeing yeses everywhere else. So that means that everyone else is all set up. I know Yolanda, you have yours set up. So Jackie, did you have your pipeline account set up in your phone?
I do. I have them all set up for some time.
Okay, yeah,
good.
that's probably from the past. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So Sue, how's it going?
It says sign in with Google
Yeah.
and it's got my pipeline and everything. Google will allow access this info.
Yes,
about-
say yes to all of that. And at some point at the top, it says select all. Like say yes, so that you don't have to click yes, yes, yes on each one of the boxes. Mine is already set up, so I can't demo that portion, but I'm just telling you what.
No, it says sign in with Google and
Yeah.
then it has already filled in my pipeline account.
Perfect. So say,
And
okay,
then it goes down and says, Google will allow iOS to
Yep.
access this info about me.
exactly. So
And
trust.
then it goes on review privacy policy, blah, blah, blah. Then it says either continue or cancel.
Continue.
continue.
Mhm.
iOS wants access to your Google account.
Good. So at the top, it should be a select all or something like that.
Sign in with Google, accounts Google. No,
Yes. So you need to say yes. You need
that's
to,
what iOS can access.
yeah. So basically that's where you choose a select all or you
Yeah,
choose each
I
one of
got
the
it.
boxes.
Got
Now
it.
scroll down, down, down. It's probably a next.
Make sure you trust iOS,
Yes, you trust iOS. You trust
continue.
your phone to check in. It's basically your phone is going to check into your pipeline account and you're like, yep.
Now I'm at Gmail.
Yeah, because this is pipeline is Gmail. So keep going down, saying, okay.
No, that's all I have. I'm at mail, Gmail, contacts, calendars,
Good,
notes.
you got it. At the bottom, it should say done.
I must have hit done already.
All right, good.
Let's
Then you're
save
done.
or
Then you're set.
cancel.
Then you're done. Then you're set. Now you should be at this window. Let me just show you the window you should be at. You are at a window like this. Look at my screen.
Mail, contacts, calendars, notes. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So
And
now
I'm not
click on this.
on,
Now
I'm
click
not
on this
on
back.
calendars or notes. I'm only on mail and contacts.
So
The other two are off.
yeah, so go ahead and turn them on. And yeah, Josie mentioned that her notes didn't even show up, which is weird because Pipeline should have the notes.
It showed up, but it was not clicked.
Oh,
on,
okay.
even though
Turn
I did
everything
some.
on, you guys. Turn all the choices on for now, because this is what we're gonna go and learn. We're gonna go into, these are the ones I was showing you, the note, the calendar, the contacts at the beginning when I showed you the little enviro systems or whatever. It was these four. So turn them on for now, and then we're gonna head back up to the top and we're gonna say, oh, that needs me to look at.
We're
Click on
going to
this
say
back
save.
and click on this little thing back there.
I don't have that.
So
If you're in Pipeline there, you don't see the word back up there.
No, I see cancel on the left and save on the right.
Oh, then say save. Oh, because you don't have it, that when I said done, but in this case, sometimes it says done, sometimes it says save. All right.
Okay,
save?
now I'm on a screen I've seen before. It says accounts, iCloud, Gmail, AOL.
Okay, so
add
you're
account,
on this one then.
Fetch new data. Yes,
this one.
that's what I'm on.
Perfect. Cool. How about you, Maud? You too?
Yep.
All right, so that looks like that's it for everyone, right? You're all set up? From what I can tell. Push what? Okay, so the question that I had a couple times was the fetch new data or data. I never know which way to pronounce that one. So this one here, when you click on this one, it could be on or off. Okay. And go ahead and turn it on if you didn't have it on. Now, this is one of those things that I cannot turn on because I have it. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, my leg went to sleep on.
All right. Do you need a hand? Okay. All right. He's fine. Okay. So fetch new data. You want to say on to that one. Now, I don't have that choice to say on right now because I'm in low power mode. And I believe, the first intro to the Mac many, many weeks ago, I taught you about low power mode, battery or not. So
Mhm.
remember I told you there's a few things that don't happen when in low power mode because it takes up battery space. And one of those, what's fetch new data? Very often your phone out there in the wild is checking all the time. Is there new email? Is there new emails? Is there new emails? That uses up battery. So if your phone doesn't make it to the end of the day, one option is to have it on low power mode. And I don't know if you guys remember that I showed you guys how to get to that low power mode by turning on the control panel from the top right. Remember we did that little swoop from the top right? And this is the feature that I had turned on for turning on low power mode. So if I turn it off, meaning I'm not in low power mode anymore, right? Now my fetch new data is on in push. So, and it's all on. What this means is that as I walk around all day long, my phone is constantly checking to see if I have new notes, contacts, calendars, right, appointment, so all of those things. If you go into low power mode, there we go. One of the things that happens is that things don't push, but it's not a big deal. All that means is that when I'm ready to check to see if I have an email, I open my email and I click on email, and that's when all the emails come in. Does that make sense? Versus it constantly all the time checking. So I don't mind that that feature is turned off if I want to save power. But if your phone regularly makes it to the end of the day and you've never had an issue, then leave it on. And every time you open your mail, your new mail is already there versus you having to wait for it to download. Does that make sense?
Save data, put it to fetch every 15 minutes instead of automatically.
Yeah, that might be one of the ways to save. What's that? You can choose, you can change it to hourly, so you can change, let me just turn off my power mode again. And you can even tell it, so no, I had to turn off the low battery mode. Okay, so when you say push, you can tell it to fetch or manual, you're the only one who ever checks, or you go down here and you tell it to check, to check every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes, or hourly. Okay? Yeah, they don't tell you the time. They change all the time. But I think they said it was every 5 minutes the last time I checked, that it checks, but I don't know exactly because sometimes, those are the kind of numbers that sometimes change depending on how much battery they want to say their phone has. Like if they slow that down, then they can claim that your battery lasts 8 hours. They happen and your battery claims 6 hours. So it's one of those weird ones. So basically, it's up to you to say how often you want it to check. And if you're the kind of person who receives email all the time, you're at work, you need to have them all the time. Well, you better have the constant. But if every half an hour is enough, put it on half an hour or on manual. And manual would be basically the one where you open up mail, the mail will be there. Unless someone sent you something in the last second, then it'll still come in a little bit more.
With Android, it's also looking for updated apps, looking for Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this one is only controlling the data of these features, right? In this case, this fetch new data applies to these accounts. And what do you have in these accounts? Well, look, for this Gmail here, this is my SBCC. And so I'm going to call this one my SBCC teacher email. So for my SBCC teacher email, I'm seeing mail, contacts, and calendars. For pipeline, I'm seeing mail, contacts, calendars, and notes. For junk email, only contacts. But it's not that they didn't have it. It's just that, remember, I turned all the other ones off, right? So the ones that I've turned on or off for these are the ones that I'm going to see. If I have in pipeline, I have all 4 turned on. So mail, contacts, calendars, and notes. Then those will be constantly updated. SBCC teacher, looks like I have notes turned off. I'll turn it on again. So now let's go and see this in versus for my iCloud account. Okay, and this is where we go back to the good old iCloud account, which has much more. It has many more apps that you have. It has cloud, iCloud, mail, a lot more, like a ton more. And it's all the stuff that's part of the iCloud. Like we're going to start working on them now. Remember, we're not in the account. So everyone, let's leave these accounts right now. Let's keep going up to the top, back, cancel, back, and be in your basic settings. And now we're going to start going into that account and seeing how these connect, because now all our accounts are set up. Bye, Oscar. Take care. Thanks for coming in. So now we're back to settings and we're done. Okay. And if we're done with that, now we're going to head back to the basic home page. Okay. And now I'm going to show you guys how this works with both. I can show it to you on my phone or I can show it to you on my computer, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to share change my screen share to be just my computer now for a minute. So everyone, we're back at my computer. Everyone just watch for a minute. We're back at my computer. And remember that I had sent myself a lunch at Piscucci's. Meet me tomorrow at lunch.
Yes.
Remember I had made that email? Okay, so everyone watch for a minute. Because now I have the account connected. Phil, this is probably new for you for a second. So now I'm at my computer and this is for everyone. Now everyone here has a Mac. Okay, so this is for everyone. Mac, phone or not phone. So I received an invitation from SBCC Business Services, which is my other account to myself. And it says, meet me tomorrow for brunch at 10:30 a.m. 2 or 3 things are happening. I've got a message at the top that says Siri found a contact. Do you want to add it to your contacts book? Right? Because it recognizes who wrote to me. So say that Gigi writes to me and I don't know Gigi from Adam, so she's not in my contact books. So when she writes to me, you know, she's one of those people that has their, in the bottom, like, I am the realtor and this is my address and all that. So then Siri will go, Siri found a contact. And I'll like, oh, okay, I'll add it to my contacts books automatically. And look, see how this is signed, Diana, as Business Services Gmail? It's signed with something there. So it's saying here, do you want me to add it? Right? And if I check over here, I see that it's not fake. Remember how we saw some really scary ones the other day? Who wrote to me? Someone from sbccicloud.com. Oh, that's who it says it is. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was checking in on people's sign up. I forgot. Thank you. You guys here in this computer are not seeing things big. Here we go. Okay. So, here we go. Meet me tomorrow for brunch at 10:30 a.m. Right? And so I go, oh, that's great. I would love to. And on top of that, I wouldn't mind having this person, whoever it is, in my contacts. And through email, it's becoming really easy for me to just go, okay, search, let's add this person. So I'm going to just add this person like that. And what's opening, hold on, I need to take these things out of the way. So what's opening is my contacts book. Now, sometimes I teach this starting with the contacts, sometimes I teach it starting with the email. But right now I'm teaching it starting with the email. So trust me, in a second I'll take you to the contacts book. But when I say add, it's this is a little mini contacts book. And it's saying, do you want to add this to SBC Business Services? And it found 2 emails. So if I say ignore, this is someone I never really care about having in my personal contacts books, it won't prompt me anymore. But if I say, oh, yeah, add this person to my contacts, does that make sense? But it's just picking it up because it arrived from this person. And so if I say add, we're going to go look later for business services. I'll say add to contacts. So that's it. It just was added. Later, when we open contacts, I'll show you. Now, another thing I can do with this email, I can go up here and I can say, meet me tomorrow for brunch at 10:30 a.m. And I can click on this to see how it's kind of lighting itself up. I'll click on this. And it's opening up a little mini calendar. My calendar app is opening up. And it's setting up for Tuesday, October 21st at 10:30 a.m. It's setting up a brunch. It's picking up from this email called meet me tomorrow for brunch, and it's setting me up. See that? And I can either say I want more details or whatever, or I can just right now, and I'm just going to right now say add to calendar. Okay? So I'm not even going into my calendar nor into my contacts. Just from that email, I got 2 things set up. Does that make sense? The Apple. This is the app. This is the Apple ecosystem. Well, I mean, just wait until I show you everything and then you can choose. But yeah, I kind of feel bad. I don't want people to suddenly, because here's the thing, it's, yes, obviously, I think that this is a really good system. But if you start switching now, you might have appointments set up already in your calendar. You're gonna have to switch, so switch. Yeah, for a little bit, but yeah, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so that's from just a little email. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Now, I didn't say where we were gonna meet. That's what I forgot. Oh, no, I put it in the headline. The headline doesn't matter. If I had put it in here, I could find it. Okay, that was my bad. I should have said maybe tomorrow brunch at Pescucci is the typical, and then I could have added the map to that. Anyway, so let's do this. I'm gonna go now to the contacts, and I'm going to search for SBCC. No, it was business SBCC, right? Business services there. And I remember because it was badly spelled. It was service CAI, SBCC. There it is. This is the one that just got created for me automatically. And I know because of the typo. You see that? You had picked up on that, business service CAI. And there it is. It found the email that it came from and the email that I had written in my, let me just show you again. Here's the mail. I had an email that I sent it from, sbcc@icloud.com. And then I had said, Diana, sbcc01@gmail.com. I had 2 emails available to put in. And when I go to the contacts, it put them both in. You see that? The one that I sent it from and the one that I said was, my name was under. And my name in this case, of course, being business services, because that's who sent this email. Okay. All right. So that's 2 in 1. Now I'm going to go to the contacts, to the calendar, and I check in today. And there we go. I have an appointment set up for brunch at 10:30 a.m. I'm going to double click, and I'm going to, because I had put the location in the headline. So I'm going to say add location. So I'm going to say Pescucci's. And there it is, Pescucci restaurant. There's 2. We have 2 Pescucci's. Could it be that there was the old one? Oh, there was for a while. Yeah. So here we go. It's set, right? Now, on top of that, look in my calendar. Since this appointment came from my calendar, say that this was, days from now, and I click on this and I go, I need a reminder. Maybe there was this whole email about who's going to be there, what I need to bring. Maybe it's a potluck. What did I need to bring? Maybe the email had a lot more information. So when I click to see this, it tells me where it's going to be, what time, And on top of that, it can show me the email that this appointment came from. So say that I was supposed to bring dessert or drinks. I can click on that and it goes back to the email and it tells me this is what you're supposed to bring. Does that make sense? So they're connected to each other. Okay. And this is it just opened that email. So I'm going to close that email. On top of that, I don't know. Let's test that. I'm going to delete that email. Okay. I'm curious. I don't know. I'm going to double click, show in mail. I guess since it's still in my trash, it still worked. But if I emptied my trash, it probably won't be there. But I guess it still worked because it was still there, even though it's in my trash. That said, what if it's time to go and I need directions? So I'll click on the map in here and it'll tell me that, okay, it'll take me, oh, now I have it set up for the Natural Cafe. So let me clear that up because it should have gone straight to the Pescucci's. Hold on. There. I know. That's break time. It took me to Pescucci's. Oh, wait a minute, they closed? Oh, that's true. Oh, well, how about it takes me there anyway? I'm going to click on the route and it shows me how to get there and what not to get there. And if, of course, I could have sent this to myself to my phone, but let's do this. I'm going to quit maps, quit calendar, quit everything here. And I'm going to share my phone with you. And then we're all going to take a break and then we're going to come and do this. Okay. I'm going to be sending an invitation to everyone. We're all gonna start setting this whole setup ourselves. So I'm gonna send a group invitation to a lunch or something. Okay, so here I am on my phone. Say that I was at work and now it's time to go meet someone for brunch. And I had set it up in my computer, right? But now I'm going to go to on my phone. My computer's at home and it's time to go meet with whoever invited me to brunch. I'm going to click on my calendar and I'm going to go to my calendar and here it is. There's my brunch. I'm going to set it up and I'm go, how do I get to Vespucci? I don't remember. So same exact thing that we just saw before, I'm showing here in my phone. And I'm going to click on the map and I'm going to set the directions and I'm going to say go. And now on my
Starting
phone,
route to Pascucci Restaurant. You can ask Siri to report any crashes or hazards you see along the way.
all right, so now I start driving and it's going to tell me turn right, turn left, turn until I get there. All from that one email that said meet me at, does that make sense?
Proceed to North Turnpike
Okay,
Road.
okay, I know.
Then turn left.
I'm done. So it was like, come on, move it, guys. Proceed to North Turnpike Road. Okay. And so that's now I have this person, business services in my contacts for the next time we meet. I also had an appointment made and now it's time. And I didn't even let an alarm remind me that there was time, but I also can just know where to go and where to get there. And if in case I had to bring something to that email or there was an agenda for the meeting, I can click on it and it's included there in that invitation. Okay. So I'm going to stop that share. That was my little ooh, ah. And now let's take a break and I'm going to come back since y'all set up your accounts. We can test this whole thing out. Okay. Hi, Kristen. Now the coolest thing, and then I was having all those issues with the connections and then Oscar left right when I started showing the whole circuit. Oh, well, that's life. Okay. Kristen, thanks for joining us. And I'm going to give us usually we do the timed break here. So the 2:33. So what's 15 minutes?
We'll make it for 12.
So right
48,
48. Okay.
2:48.
Be back at 2:48 p.m. All right.
Okay, thanks, Deanna.
Thank you. I need to leave.
Oh, that's true. See you guys in a little bit.
Hey Siri. Set up my alarm for 12 minutes. Thank you.
That's me.
at school, et
Mhm.
cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I do that too. I have that set up as well.
Showing how all encompassing the Apple calendar is. I'm tempted to start doing the same thing.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everyone, come on back. Is my sound good? You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Where is everyone?
Standing out there drinking Java.
Jabbering away. All right, guys, class started 2 minutes ago. No, I'm fine, thank you. I'd love some, but no, let me just. Goes from freezing to,
Yeah, it's
boiling. You shouldn't have classes if you jackets through your
take it off before I come. I had to figure out like which two wardrobe styles I gotta wear today.
yeah, yeah. All right, somehow the people who are here in person are straggling in. I apologize. Thank you, everyone who's at home, for being there. Give me a yes if you're there, even if I don't see you. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining us. And those of you who turn on your videos normally, just turn them on. But if you don't, then give us a yes. All right.
Hey, Deanna, we can't hear you.
We cannot hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sound is on. Who said that they couldn't hear me? Whoever said they couldn't hear me, can't hear me say that. I think it was Kristen, maybe? If everyone's here, then yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I can, the microphone is on, so I can't do anything other than have it on. But someone said we couldn't hear me, so maybe because I wasn't talking and I'm always talking and you thought I wasn't talking. Okay. So. Here we go. Yeah, this is one of the things I enjoy about the in-person classes, which we don't get at home. At home, we all talk on Zoom, but then we're done. But here in person, people get to talk to each other, get to meet. But then it becomes like a tea party when I'm trying to get everyone back in here. We're just having too good of a time, which is good.
I got a message. Your IP address is hidden and your Safari browsing activity is protected.
Okay. It's probably, yeah, that's fine. You probably have it set on those settings. So you guys, I didn't take a break because I spent my break inviting you all to a book club meeting. And I had to get your addresses and get rid of the ones who aren't here and stuff like that. But if you go to your, and I have to say that I usually use lunch or dinner and I invite the class, and then I constantly, not constantly, like every class, there's always one or two people, especially if they've missed the class, right? Who then go, are we meeting for lunch? So this time I actually said sample invitation. And at the bottom I said, P.S. this is a sample only. Not real. But instead of lunch, I invited you all to my book club meeting. So we're gonna meet for the book club meeting, so everyone. Well, we're gonna check out on both. First of all, since I want to show you both, where do you normally check your emails? Since I invited you by email, I could have texted you, I could have whatever, but texting a whole class worth of numbers, that's, I don't want to get into that. So I did it as an email, which is much easier. Because that's one of the things is that, and I'm going to show you later, it's so easy to email a group of email addresses. And that's part of what we're going to learn through the contacts versus when you you have to type in a bunch of different people's names to make a group and text that then you start and go back and forth. But it's not like you can just say text to these 5 people all at once. You can do that for email stuff, but not to the rest. Then once the group is set up, you can. Anyway, so let's head over to your emails on, and this is the thing, let me clear your answers. If you check your.
You enjoying your day? Oh, nice.
Kristen. So if you normally check your phone for emails, check on your phone. If you normally check your computer for emails, check on your computer. Let's just do it whichever way you do it this time and see if you can find an invitation from me. And I called it, what did I call it? A sample invitation.
Yay, Diane, got them on my phone and laptop. Terrific.
Cool.
Genius.
So, well, all I did was send you an invitation, right?
I still feel like
So let's hope that, did I invite I think I invited, did I invite myself? I hope I did. I should have added me to the invitation list for the sampling. That's true. I forgot to add it to myself, didn't I? Okay, here we go. Thank you for reminding me about that because I found it now. I was like, where's my? Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, so here's the thing. I sent it, and this is normally during this class, I tend to send things only to the pipeline email addresses. No, but this time I also sent it in to whatever was on the rosters as your personal email. Because many times I have issues with people didn't set up their pipeline correctly. And just for this portion of it, I wanted to make sure you got it. But then for sending something back, I want you guys, and I'm going to teach you how to send back from the pipeline account so that I get it from your pipeline account. But right now, you should go into your emails wherever you chose. And now give me a raise, not a raised hand, a green if you checked on your computer and a red if you checked on your phone. Oh, Diane, you don't, oh, Diane, you didn't get it? Let me just check because you just arrived. Hold on. Did I close? Yeah, did I send it to you? Let me just check. Let me just check just to make sure you got it. And if not, I will send it to you. It's possible. Wow, my computer's having the Wi-Fi is really slow. My phone's having a really hard time finding it, so I'll go find it over here. So you guys got 2. You got one at your pipeline and one at your personal. And let's only deal with one, but it could be that I didn't add Diane's self. Yeah, because she wasn't here to start. So Well, the email that I send it to. Okay, give me a second while I put this outside of the share. I don't want to put personal addresses in the share. And let me send this to Diane. Diane, here we go. Let me. Okay, copy, and I'm going to send this to you, Diane. That sample invitation. What's up? Is everything okay? Okay. Wow, the whole system is, guys, the system is so slow. Something's wrong. Wow, guys, I don't know what's happening. I can't even copy an invitation to send Diane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward the normal one because I can't even write to you. Wow. I'm gonna forward this to Diane. Let's see if it goes. Okay. All right, guys. So I just had to do this on the other, so no one could see that because I have personal emails and addresses and stuff. And move this over there. All right. So are y'all with me? You got it, Diane? Sue, you're saying, oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was green. Okay. So green, if you
Read on your computer
on
and
your
read
computer
on
and red if you picked it on your phone. Okay. So everyone, Mary Jean, Martha, Jackie, Alan, you probably check your email on your computer because you have a Mac, you should have it. Yolanda. Okay. So if you check your computer, give me a green yes. If you check your phone, give me a red. So over here, if you check both, then you give me both. You guys can give me both. Over there, they can give me one or the other. Which one did you get it on on the pipeline? So here's the thing. Pipeline should have arrived. The personal one only to whatever personal email you gave the school. So you might not have it yet set up on your phone, or you might not have it set up in your accounts. Like for the people who are using the school computers, you might not have set up that one on your school computers. Okay. You got them on all of them. So we'll go and see, but let's, I'm going over to my iCloud account and, oh, let me share my screen. But I want to make sure that anyone not get the invitation. If you did not get the invitation at all, then I need to know that. What is happening? I'm trying to share my screen and it's.
Diana, I missed what you say.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm trying to share my screen and instead it's giving me a file update. There we go. And just now, even trying to resend this to Diane, it wasn't going. It's just something really wrong is in the system. And by the way, Josie reminded me this morning, my husband mentioned, and Josie reminded me that Amazon was down today. And I don't know if it's back, but Canvas is down. I'm thinking something big coming. Canvas, thousands of colleges use Canvas. It's not us. And the message is that Canvas is down. Canvas is down, not Santa Barbara City College's Canvas is down, but Canvas is down. Amazon is down. I'm wondering.
You
Amazon is up
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Okay.
In the morning, early.
Oh, I don't know.
It started about 3, I heard 3 a.m. I think.
Okay. Well, I didn't try to go, but my husband mentioned for some reason this morning. Oh, okay. Oh no, he was trying to set up an appointment for my son.
You're off. We can't hear you.
So anyway,
There you
there we go. Okay, thanks for letting me know. All right, guys. So here's my. So anyway, let's do this. I'm going to ask you guys to don't check email the way you normally check it now. You all found it. I just want to make sure you. Let's go to the computer first. To the computer, and if that is how you normally check, then that's good. But if you don't normally check on the computer, I'm going to teach you how to use the Mac email app on the computer. Okay. So everyone, even if you checked it first on your phone or on your computer because you were just checking, because I told you check the way you normally check, I just wanted to make sure that you could see if it was there. So let me get the, where's the participant? I need to stop your, where are the, there we go. Let me clear up your answers. All right. So let me share, make the screen big so everyone here can see it. And even bigger. And for some reason, the chat and the things had disappeared. So now I can see them over here. All right. So thanks for that reminder, Blast. Next time, remind me when it's happening too. And you guys can help me too. I just got reminded that when you guys ask a question that I should repeat it for people at home to hear it. And I guess with everything, I forgot to repeat them this time. I tried to remember, but not enough, it seems. So you guys at home, please remind me. That said, usually I'll start talking about whatever the answer is and you get an idea. But if it was a specific question that suddenly my answer makes no sense, it would be much better if I had repeated the question. And I'm aware that I haven't been doing that today. So thanks for that reminder, Bless. And anyone else, if you see me answering something, as much as you tell me I can't hear you, can you say, can you repeat the question? I would really like to get those reminders. Okay. All right. So on my computer, we're going to go find the Mail app. Not whatever Mail the way some of you guys have used the Mail app forever. That's fine. And if so, and it's on your dock, then this is the icon that I'm asking you to use. But I have to tell you that every time I teach this class, at some point, somebody says, well, mine doesn't look like you. And I go check, and it's because they went to the internet and they're checking it on their Gmail or something like that. So I'm very specifically want you guys to check this app, the one that right now in my dock, okay, and I'm going to make a big circle around it. My dock right there, okay, that little guy. And if you don't see that because you don't have that in your dock, this is called the Mail app. Just Mail, not Gmail, not anything else. So if you don't see it in your dock, then you can go to, remember, either to the Spotlight search and write the word Mail, or you can go to the Finder window and go to Applications. But I want to make sure that we're opening the Mail app on your computer. Because for some of you guys, it's the first time ever because you've been going to the internet, to your Gmail or something like that. So this is the Mail app, okay? Once the Mail app is open for everyone, please give me a yes, okay? So you guys at home, give me a yes. All right. Mary Jean, Kristen, Marta, Yolanda, Sue. Anyone who hasn't answered, please give me oh, Marta answered in your other computer, so you did say yes already.
Sue?
I went off of Zoom. No, you can hear
You're
me.
here.
right?
You can go off on Zoom. I can see you. You're still on Zoom. So did you open your mail app?
Yes,
Yolanda, have you been, I've seen a no. Can you find your mail app? Nope. I can't hear you, Yolanda, if you're saying something. You're muted, Yolanda. I'm going to keep talking, but if you need to talk to me, I need to hear you. And I don't see anything in the chat. So please give me a write to me if you can't say anything. Because I'm still not hearing. Some people keep talking and they don't know that I'm not hearing them. So that's why I always have to say it a few times until if they stop talking, they can hear me saying that I can't hear them. Okay, guys, so here I am. I'm in my mail app, and in my mail app, everyone has their mail app open on their computer. Okay. So in the mail app, is that okay? Oh, back there, do you need me at all? No, you're fine. All right, so here we go. There's a couple different ways to looking at my mail app. And notice that up here, I have this whole primary set of, little shopping cart for receipts, orders, and I kind of demoed it the other day, but now I'm having you guys use it.
are you showing something we can't, I can't see it.
Yeah, but let me try again. Let me stop my share and share again. And I'm actually going to reshare to share the entire screen. Yes, Mott, can I help?
I don't have that primary.
Okay, wait, so it's okay. That's what I was about to talk about. Some of you guys might have it, some of you guys might not. Here it is. If you see this, a thing that says primary in blue, that's because you switched to that system when it was made available. But if you didn't, then over here where it says view options, you will not see it, and you will see it like this. So meaning nothing called primary. And the big difference is in here in this word view option. Mail was already hard enough to teach sometime in the past for people who'd never used it. And now they've added this, which is supposed to make it really easier. But at the beginning, it'll be a bit harder because you might be seeing things this way, meaning anything as it shows up, when it shows up, it piles up. And if you instead have either of these two, I had to make two circles there. View options, if it says show mail categories, then you'll see the primary, the receipts, the updates, and the promotions. And let's go back to primary. And I'm just saying that because some people say, I didn't get your email. I don't see it. I can't see it there. And it could be, since I send it to 50 names, because I have your personal and your private, and it could be that maybe it was sent to promotions or updates, or maybe it was even sent to junk. It's a possibility, because when I send it to so many people, depending on how it gets received, sometimes the computer thinks it might be spam. Okay, which is one of the hesitations of sending it to so many people. When I do that, I don't want to mess things up anyway. Every now and then there's someone who says, I never get your emails, right? So remember where it says view options, I want everyone to try to turn it on and off. Either click on show mail categories and it's either checked and it's showing, and when you click on it, you don't show it, or you click on it and you show it and it's unchecked and then you show it. So it's either on or off. Okay? All right. Now, just to start with, let's leave it off. When you click on this, there should be no check mark next to show mail categories. There should be no check mark. And you should not see the word primary up there. Let's start with it that way. Only because for many people, this is more familiar because it's how they used it in the past. But if you're new to this, why not just learn it the new way? But I'm going to show it to you starting this way. Let me clear your answers from home. Give me a yes if you were able to find those view options that I just mentioned. And notice that I have circled the filter, but I have not clicked on the filter. And I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute. But I want the view options to be without a check mark on the show mail categories. You see that? No check mark. So we're not seeing the categories. Okay? All right. You okay at home with that? No, Sue is saying no. What's up? How are you seeing things?
I'm not get, when I,
Go ahead and share your screen. Let's do this.
but I'm looking at your,
Yeah,
your
go ahead and
thing.
share your screen so I can see. Yeah,
My
remember
screen
that.
shows nothing except your screen.
Okay, well, remember that when that happens, you have to make me smaller to move me over so that you can
And
see.
then I lose Zoom and I can't respond.
Okay, share your screen so I can see where you're at now on your own mail.
Okay, hang on just a minute. More, share. Share, there we go.
Okay, so go ahead and say allow to that.
To, where are you?
Over here, it says allow Zoom US is requesting to bypass.
Are you sharing screen?
It's your screen right now. And I'm seeing a window that says Zoom is requesting to bypass the symbol window picker, and you should be able to say allow. Maybe you have it hiding under something else. Over here, do you see a green circle that I'm marking?
Right here?
Yes. Go ahead
Yeah,
and hit allow. Say click on allow.
I don't see anything that says allow.
Oh, you're saying here, and that's exactly where the allow is, and that's why I don't know what you're
It's
seeing.
not in my, not on my,
Okay, so what are you seeing there? Is
I'm,
it an email?
I'm seeing nothing. It's in a white space.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, then let it be.
Maybe,
Normally, it's,
are there two boxes, a white one and a blue one?
yes. One
I
says
can
open-
see the top, I can see the top of each one of those, but I don't know what it says.
the blue one says allow. So
Okay,
go to the blue one and click on it. That's good.
okay. There we go. Allow, okay,
Oh, no,
allow.
hold on. So that's different. Okay. Okay, I stopped it now. All right. So here we are. If you're seeing the mail the way that Sue is seeing it, there's one big thing that's missing, and that's the sidebar telling us where these emails are coming from. You see how she has two columns, this and this? See that?
Yep,
Versus I had three columns. I had the one more here on the side that's showing me where these come from. So no, go ahead and make this window a little bit bigger. Yeah, click on there and put your mouse, yeah, and make it a little bit bigger. And there we go. Now we have that sidebar. Now you might have a chance to grab from here and pull it open a little bit more from here so you can see your inboxes just a bit more. There we go. No, just a bit more because that's all you need. So down, yeah. And you only have one inbox. So is this your, this is just your pipeline? You didn't put any other accounts in here?
are you sure that's my pipeline? I don't think that's my pipeline. Oh, yeah, it is my pipeline.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there, it says pipeline. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
All right. And now the box that I was showing people was this one here. And if you click on those three dots, see how show mail categories is turned on? Go ahead and turn it off by clicking on that word. Right
What
here.
word?
Show
What
mail
word?
categories.
About categories? What
Yeah,
am I clicking
show-
on?
You see the word show mail categories? Right
Yes.
under what you just click. Yeah, go click on the word show mail categories. Down like half an inch. Yeah, click on that. Okay, you see how your whole window changed?
Yeah,
Okay, now go back to it. Go back in there. And now say show mail categories again. You're turning it on and off, on and off. See that?
yeah.
Turn it on one time, you turn it on, one time you turn it off. So for now, I had us have it off. So go back one more time and turn it off to start with. Okay, so just for now, we're gonna start there. Then when I ask you to turn it on again, we'll go back in there. But since you're sharing your screen, let's do it this way. Let's do it with hers. This is the invitation that you just received from me. So go
Right.
ahead and click on it. So everyone, hopefully you found the invitation that I sent you on your email. And it's showing you a couple of the things that I said that we would have. We have a location, we have a time and all of that. But before we go deeply into that, I want to show you guys over here that this came from someone called Diana Musacchio. But guess what? What if it's not from me? And this is happening, sometimes happens to Yolanda. She's been a student for quite a long time and for many years. And during, oh God, I think it was before COVID. I don't remember when. I think it was before COVID. Someone out there got the names of some SBC instructors, like quite a bunch of us, and started sending spam email under our names. And it said, click on these photos and stuff like that. And it got pretty
Oh.
dangerous because they imitated our names as who it came from. So how would you know this is really from me? What did I show you last week? I didn't have you guys do it, but I demoed it. If you want to see whether this Diana Musacchio is really from me, go to that name, hover over my name, and see that teensy little arrow that pops up to the right? Click on that. Oh, that's from DE Musacchio at Pipeline. Yeah, that's real. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because just because it says Diana Musacchio, it doesn't mean that. And Yolanda, who's here in class, and for all of us, it would go to students from our names, but when you clicked on that, it would come from some spam account. But it said our names, and that's because they stole our name. You know what I'm trying to say? And it went to SBCC students. So somehow they had managed to hack. And this is from, many years ago. But occasionally, every 2 or 3 years, Yolanda tells me she got another one from that same place. So there's some system going on. So this might be happening to you too. If the email sounds at all weird, like why would Mark invite me to a book club, right? Then check and see if that might really be from Mark. You know what I'm trying to say? Someone you know with an email that doesn't sound like them, just double check it. And it might be, sometimes I'll get an email from someone, I'll write an email back, not reply, but I'll write an email back to them and say, hey, I just got an email inviting me to a book club. Was that you? And they'll go, yeah, I was hoping you'd join us. Or, oh, no, I never sent that email. You know what I mean? So just showing you that just because it has my name, don't automatically trust it if I normally wouldn't invite you to a book club. Does that make sense? Now, sometimes the wording is so generic, it would be like, hey, it was nice seeing you, or something like that. And you go, yeah, and what if you just happened to have seen them yesterday or this week? And you go, oh, yeah, nice seeing you too. You're a bit puzzled, but it makes sense. But if anything makes you feel a little bit puzzled, just check. Like when you have whatever, that 6 things thing that we all have, something's a bit off. And sometimes they might hit right on the nail on something that really is correct. And then you're in trouble. But for the most part, if you get an email to a book club from me, it's probably not me in real life, unless I said this is a sample invitation, or unless you know me personally. I sometimes have people I know personally in class. Anyway, so I just wanted you to just practice that. Everyone, you all checked that? You all learned did you all do as she did to click on that thing to see who it was from? So go to the end of the name and click on that little arrow, and there it has that name. Now, one more thing. And Sue has already done it, I can tell, and I'll tell you what I mean. Many of you guys don't have me in your contact books, which is fine. But on the other hand, if you do have me in your contact books, it might prevent my emails from going to your junk in case it ever did. And I'm not asking you to put me personally in your contact books. In the future, you can delete me. But for this class, so that we can keep using this as an example, this would be a place where if you get an email from someone that you suddenly want to have for some reason in your contact books, then if you notice over here, it says copy address, add to VPs, block contact, new email. Wait, click on that again for it to appear again. So you need to go back to the name,
Come on.
go back to the name here.
Yeah, it's not, I can't change the hand to a point. There we go. Nope.
Yeah, you gotta touch the end of my name.
I
So if
know,
you
but
have to touch
I can't get
there.
my arrow.
Yeah, but you need to touch, it's okay for it to be a hand there.
There we go. Oh, okay.
So she already in another class added me to her contacts. How do I know? Watch, because it says show contact card. But if you didn't add me yet, then it would instead, it would say add to contacts. So when you click on something and the choice down there is add to contacts, then go ahead and click on add to contacts. What's that? It says, no, keep going down, copy address, add to VIPs, block contact, new email, and under that it would say add to contacts. Right where for her it says show contact card, for you it should say add to contacts. Yeah. Okay, let me go and help. So add me. It says show because that means you've already added me. So here's the point. If it says show contact card like Sue, it's because you've already added me. And maybe you did it once, and then the moment you did it, now it starts saying show because you already added me. So it would only say add to contacts if you didn't. But the one moment you did that, now it should be saying like Sue, show contact card. Does that make sense? So everyone give me a yes if you either added me now, or if it already says show, that means you've added me in another class or something. And that means you didn't take me off your contacts. If you did take me off, then it would say add, in case added again for the duration of this class.
Okay, Deanna,
One's good, yes?
I can't access my Zoom, my responses for
It's
Zoom.
okay. It's all right. Don't yet, because you're sharing your screen. It's a little bit harder. And I see you are sharing your screen now, so we can see that you already added me to your
Right.
contacts because it says show contact card.
Right.
Okay. So one more thing that you can do from email, you can start populating your contacts. Does that make sense? Now, while we're at it, go to the left, see if there's another email that you would like to have in your contacts, and you can go and click on them and add to them. Okay, so Sue, you got me there. Go ahead and click on show contact card since now, and look at her screen, you guys. So this is what she's showing. She's showing, aren't you guys not seeing? So she's showing, oh, because it's her email. So that's this little mini contacts. We haven't really opened the big contacts yet, but there it is. You've added the name Diana Musacchio as BCC home. It looks like it's a home email address and DE Musacchio. You see that? Now we can't edit it from here. We're just looking to see what it came from and where it came from. But if you look at the top of that little, so everyone go to show contacts. I want you to see this little box. And now you're like, well, that really isn't her home email. That's her work email. I need to edit this a little bit. So let's open with contacts. So click on open with contacts. And now your contacts book appeared, app appeared, and it's down here. Okay, you see that? So I want everyone to give me a yes, except for Sue, because she's sharing. I want everyone to give me a yes once you get to the contacts app. And Sue, can you click back here to the contacts app, which just opened up?
Okay, where, what?
In the back, the contacts app opened up, and you don't see it. You might have.
Oh,
Zoom.
here,
Okay,
yeah.
click on that. Yeah. Okay, so is everyone there? You guys here? Phil, Maud, Rod, you're all in the contacts book? Nope. Let me check in with you. You're in there, yeah. But did you get the email? Did you do it from the email? I just want to make sure you get here from the email. So go to my email. Go to, oh, you're in updates. Go to primary. Go over here. Yeah, and go ahead and click on open this up and then just click this open. So you can click on just pipeline. Go to Google, I'm assuming it's your pipeline. There it is, click on that. And here we go. Click on that little icon right by my name. Tiana, click on right by my name. Click on my, like, keep going until you touch my name there. And now click on, and now show contacts card. Okay, and now the little contacts open up, confirming, and we can see something's wrong. This is not my home email, so go and click on open with contacts and it'll open. Okay, does everyone have me in in their contacts now? Diane, Kristen, Sue. I know Kristen sometimes is working, but Martha said yes, Blas said yes. Sue I can see her. Diane, you're nodding yes. Okay. All right. And Alan, if you're following through because you have a Mac, you could be doing this. Okay, so watch you guys. So we just
I feel like
opened.
I lost.
You're lost. Okay.
Yeah.
You can share your screen later, but for now, we've got Sue sharing her screen. So there I am. I am in her contacts. And once again, Sue's contacts is missing one sidebar, which is the sidebar of what the accounts are from. Can you try, if you grab from this little edge, making it a little bit wider to the left to see if it pops in? Yeah, keep going. Keep going. There it is. There's your third sidebar. It's okay. That's enough. Here's your sidebar. Okay. So now what if we discover, well, this isn't her home email. This is her school email. So how do we edit this? Well, head down here to edit. Everyone go down to edit. And then you have a choice of changing things. And in this case, let's go over here to where this says home next to my pipeline and click on that and maybe say work. Click on that choice and say work. So now that's my, that's an edit, a correction you've made, and now you can go say done. Okay. So you went from receiving an email. Now you have me in your contacts books and you were able to edit it, right? Now, what we can do is we can minimize or bring this down so that it's out of the way for a little bit. And let's go back to the mail. Give me a no or something if something's not working. Okay, but otherwise, let's keep an eye on on Sue's class, on Sue's share. Okay, you're all with me? All right. So now let's go back to the email, which is still there, right? Let me just take all my greens off. Okay, so now, so we've got some good stuff here because it says the only problem is that I said a sample invitation. Normally when you write in an email, you might have said book club meeting or something, like the email might have been much more logical. Okay, so let's hover over the invitation where it says, please join me at the Santa Barbara Public Library for our book club meeting on Thursday at 12 p.m. So go ahead and hover over the word Thursday at 12 p.m. Hover over the 12 p.m. portion. Yeah, but she's not getting. It's interesting. You're not, oh, because it's not turned on. So you're still in your contacts app. You see that, guys? She doesn't have this one. Guys, look at my screen for a minute. She hasn't clicked on the mail app yet. So I was telling her to hover over this and nothing was happening. It's because if you look, she's in her contacts app. She minimized her contacts app, but she hasn't clicked yet here. So please click here. Click on the mail app to make it. There we go. Now that it's live, remember you have to be live. Now go ahead and hover over this scheduled portion and see. Yeah, I was wondering on hers, she doesn't have it. Some of you guys, you don't seem to have it here, but it does show up in here for some people, and it depends on whether you have Siri intelligence, whatever set up or not. But right now, Gigi is showing Siri found an event. Most of you have that? Okay. So right now, the rest, other people have it, but we don't, right now, let me see, do I have it? Yeah, I have Siri found an event too, so I'm gonna share it in a minute. But you don't have it set up to show you Siri found an event. But over here, most of us are seeing Siri found an event. Do you want to set it up? Which, for those of you who have that, you could try that. But from now, I'm gonna just show you how to do it as if sometimes you don't, the invitation isn't worded so obviously. So it might look so much like an invitation. In which case, if there's a schedule, we're gonna do it that way. So go ahead and Sue, can you cover over a Thursday at 12 p.m. and see how a little arrow popped up at the bottom of that? Click on that. And the calendar appears, and already it says book club 721 Cliff Drive. Oh, how funny. Because it knows that it's from SBCC Business Services with 7821 book club. So then it's trying to put an appointment for Thursday, October 23rd from 12 to 20. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to just right now say add to calendar. Now, the only thing is that's wrong here is the address, because it figures out that I was inviting you, and what the SBCC Business Services address, look at, stop for a minute. Let's cancel for a minute. Cancel, because I want to show you why it's picking up that address. Cancel. Look at why it's picking up that address, guys.
Oh, right.
Look what's in my invitation. You see that?
721 Cliff
It
Drive.
says Diana Musacchio, so it's superseding anything else that's there, because my signature says 721 Cliff Drive, Santa Barbara. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so we're going to have to correct that. Now, for those of you who used the automatic, did it also put that address in it? Okay. So now go ahead and I just wanted to point that out, that's why it was for this email address that's there, which is the person who sent this invitation. That's their address. Does that make sense? Okay. So go ahead and do that. Go to Thursday at 12 p.m. now again, please, Sue. And click on that little arrow. And then the only reason I didn't want us to completely set it up yet is because I wanted to be able to do it also on our phones. Okay, so go ahead and say add to calendar.
Oh, I've got pictures in front of that.
In front of the word add to calendar.
Yeah. I
Click
can
on
see the
that.
edge of it.
Okay, good. Well, that was enough. Saw the edge of it. Now, let's go to your calendar down here in your computer. Yeah, and now the calendar right now is, do you actively use this calendar at all, Sue?
No.
No? Okay. So let's switch to week right now. Go to the week mode. So now you're seeing this in week mode. And again, I would make it a little bit bigger just so that you have a bit better of a reading, but still, you can see already that for Thursday, October 23rd.
Oh, right down there.
There's your appointment.
Right.
That's now, we don't have the right location. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's double click on this invitation.
Double click on
On
where?
the not on the invitation, on the
Click
appointment,
book club?
right? Yeah, on the book club. And now we're going to edit this a little bit. So go click where the address is.
That's underneath. You are screen sharing. Stop.
Okay, so over here, maybe, do you see it? Yeah. Click somewhere on the invitation, anywhere, just click anywhere. that
California?
you're- Click somewhere and all that, yeah, click on that, double click. Or maybe if you don't see it, just double click on this invitation, let's do that. Not I keep saying invitation, double click on that, yeah, double click. Okay, and it should be allowing you to change things, right? So if you click in there, you should be able to select that and delete it or change it. So click on the 721 Cliff Drive.
Oh, that's underneath you are screen sharing.
Okay, so then stop for a minute and can you grab the calendar and drag it over a little bit more to the left so that we can, so look over here at the top of the calendar app. Here where it's empty, can you grab it and drag it a bit to the left so that you have, no, that's making it bigger, but it won't move that. So just grab it from up here. You see above the word 2025? Yeah, click and drag it to the left.
Oh,
There we go.
got it. There
So
you
that
go.
it's out
Okay.
of the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so now can you click on the address?
Yes.
Okay, and then let's write Santa Barbara Public Library, or even the word library.
It's not typing. Oh, it is.
So you'll have to say,
Oh.
okay. Go ahead up there where it says allow.
Oh,
Calendar would
allow.
like to use your current location, okay? And now, see, look, she wrote L, and so it's like Larry's home, right? Because it's looking for things in her in appointment. So keep
No.
writing library. No, you don't want to go library, Larry's home. You just wrote L. So
Live.
now LI, it's proposing Linda Wass's
Santa
home.
Barbara
And
Public
by down
Library.
LIB, there it's Santa Barbara Public Library. Got it? So
Yep.
now you put the right address on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I am going to stop your share. Thank you so much. And let me show you this whole process on the phone.
Oh, and now I get my Zoom back.
Yeah. Now you get to see mine. So here I am on the phone. Okay. And I'm going to go to mail. So again, guys, on the phone is where most people don't use their mail app. And again, look at my mail app. It looks like this. It looks like this blue app, and I happen to have it here. But if you don't have it, okay, see where I'm showing it to you? It's this one right there. But if you don't have that mail app, because maybe you haven't been using it for a while, maybe you've been using the Gmail app, which is a big old M or something like that, then go to the search and type the word mail. Or worst case scenario, scroll all the way to the app library and put mail in there and write mail in there. But I just want to make sure that you open this mail app and not another. Okay? Once you have that mail app open, give me yes. All right, I'm looking. Okay, Kristen, Mary Jean, everyone's saying yes, except for, well, I know that Alan doesn't have an iPhone. How about Mary Jean? Do you need a hand? Oh, you got it. Okay. So here we go. I was in inboxes, but I wasn't in all inboxes. And so once again, this is showing me the whole email with the primary version of things. And for now, I had asked you guys to turn it off on the computer. So for now, I'm going to tell you to turn it off over here as well, just to be in the exact same mode. So we go to those three dots and we choose list view, which is the same as turning it off. And don't worry, we're going to go in to decide how to change that later. But right now, if you see my invitation, suddenly it's like there's so much stuff in the way because I'm seeing everything, right? Because I wasn't showing categories. But somewhere down there, I see my invitation. If you don't see it, if you want to go just to the mailbox where it was sent, you can go over here. The mailbox would be similar to account. You can go over to the left because I was in all inboxes, remember? I can go back to the left and then you can go look for your pipeline emails, for example, or your iCloud, whatever it is that I sent it to you. In which case, then there it is. Sample invitation is at the top. Does that make sense? So you can choose to see all your inboxes, or you can just see the inbox for pipeline, in which case you'll find it. Or if you received it in your personal, you'll find it. So has everyone found the invitation on the phone? Yeah. Basically, just tell me no if you didn't find it, if you're in trouble. But if you found it, most people had said they'd already found it. So now here we go. I'm going to click on it. And there's the same thing that everyone reported seeing on their computer. I am seeing here. Sue wasn't seeing it, but Sue, are you seeing it on your phone now? The Siri.
Yeah, but it's the wrong address again.
Yeah, because it's still finding that, right? It's still finding
Right.
that address. So it's going to be incorrect no matter what. So now we could do the same thing we did before. We could click down here and put meeting under, you know, like I did with Sue. Or this time, I'm actually going to use this feature for add, and we'll just get 2 appointments set up. Basically, it's going to set up it twice because we're going to say it twice. So now I'm going to use this one and just say add. And it takes me to a little mini calendar, so to say.
Okay.
Are you all seeing that on your phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now this
reading.
time it didn't put location.
Oh,
Interestingly
yeah.
enough. So I get to click on that location and I can say library.
Library.
Library. And Santa Barbara Public Library, there it is. Click on it. And now that put the address. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did everyone get that? Now, if you had this person in your contacts, if this was your friend, you know, Jane Doe, you would be able to scroll down and find Jane Doe's address. But if you get an invitation from Mark Smith and you don't know Mark Smith, you wouldn't be able to pull up their address like that, because if you write Mark Smith, it'll be like, who's that person? It needs to be someone from your contacts, or it needs to be a public store. Does that make sense? Or something recognizable. And that's why the restaurants work, stores work, the library works. And it's telling you from when to when. Now, in this case, you can put a few more details right now, and I'll know that I'm going to need a travel time of 30 minutes, for example, or 15 minutes. So I can click over here and already give it a travel time based on location, or I just know that it'll be 2 hours or whatever. But based on location, it's kind of like we don't know yet where we are, right? Like, and so you need to go over here and give it what you think. So I'm going to give it what I think is 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'll give it to you in a minute. So there's 15 minutes, and now I'm set, and it's going to give me an alarm 15 minutes ahead of 12 p.m. that it's time to go. Does that make sense? Because I set a travel time on it.
Mhm.
And I want an alert set up for time to leave. I could also choose to give it another alert for like an hour ahead or something like that to remind me that today that day is book club. So I can click on alert and tell it 1 hour before travel time, please also give me an alert. Okay. And then when I'm done with those choices, here's again the show in mail. If I put it through the mail, maybe I'll make a note of what book we're reading that day. You know, I could write in here so that I don't forget, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice. Why did I choose a long name? I could have said anything. So that's the book that we're discussing that day. So I made a note, and then I'm going to say add. And when it's done, since I was in the mail app, that was just the content, the calendar popping in from the mail, then I'm back to mail. So
So tiny.
Yeah,
Where
so
did we start?
you didn't have the ad this time. So now you can go and click on the, oh, for some reason that's not coming up for you. That's not becoming,
Nothing happened.
and are you in the mail app? No, you're in the Gmail app. Remember I said I want you to use the school, the mail app. That's the school mail, that one. That only works, the Gmail doesn't do that. You were in the Gmail app. So let me just show you again. When I said that I want that mail app and not the Gmail app, that's the Gmail app.
Right.
Okay. So, and I went and looked for it and found it there.
It
So
says
click on,
61. But where is everything?
okay, so you're in your iCloud inbox right now. If you back out, here are all your different inboxes. Okay. And there's the invitation. And then again, you have found an event. You can say show, or you can go to that 12 p.m. and click on that to make another one. And then add to calendar. Okay. So guys, this does not work in the Gmail app. You have to be in your mail app. So give me a yes. Okay, let me clear your answers at home. If you're all able on your phone to set up this appointment through your phone, then I want you also to go and check through your iPads. But now that I have set it up, I'm going to go see my calendar on my phone. And I'm going to go and find my calendar app. And
It's twice.
23rd, here we go. Book club, Santa Barbara Public Library, 12 to 2 p.m. Okay. Give me a yes if you found it on your phone. If you're able to create it both on your computer and your phone. For those of you who don't have phones, of course, then just on your computer.
The list. And you have the.
Okay,
the
so
file.
now we're gonna start seeing how to see our different phone apps and stuff. For how to see the appointments and all of that. But right now I have it set up in week. In fact, I have it 2 days per week. I believe, let me see how you have it set up. You have it as list like that. No, you don't have it as list. You have it as list.
It shows
You have it as list, but you have it as, hold on. You have it as list, but you have it, on today, I believe. Let me see. No, I'm just trying to see how you have it set up.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I'm sharing. Hold on. I want to. Oh, because you have it in the by year versus by week.
Oh, that's.
Today.
So it would be by
Hold
week.
on. Give me a second. Why are you seeing it in this mode? You're still seeing it in calendar and year mode. For some reason, I can't stop. I need to stop seeing it in, what phone is this?
Oh, it's a 12 mini.
Okay. It's still bizarre.
I actually like it in the 2-day. I would get confused when I would.
So you like it this way?
On the, yeah.
That's fine.
in-
So then don't ask me because now I'm
No,
changing it.
because I like what I saw in yours, but I stick to the simplified.
Yeah, and the problem with this way, I don't know how to get to this view. I've never seen that view. Not that I have, let me undo. Of all the views I can get to, somehow I can't get to that view. Here's the view that I have. I'm clicking on the day.
That did.
But on the day, it should be showing you the day, not this view. And
That's okay.
Let me just click on the day. Oh, there we go.
23rd.
Okay. So in the list view versus, that's the thing that you were viewing it in year view. That's the big difference, right? So then when you click on that day, it goes into the month view. And then when you click on that day again in the list view, and you click on that day of today again, then it goes bigger, but it's still in list view. And if you like list view, that's good. The thing about list view is that you can't get in there to make another appointment. So it's good to view it, but it's harder to see it in list view. Yeah. So if I stay in list view and you click on that day,
So 23rd.
it's showing you that day only. But if you leave that and get into the individual day view and you go into I'm sorry, I'm explaining into the details view, then you start seeing the details for that day. I have, I was just changing the different views that people have. The calendar can be seen in so many different ways that it could get confusing. I prefer to see these things up there at the top. Okay, let me clarify, because I wasn't really trying to teach you calendar yet. I was just trying to, today was more like see how everything connects, right? And how, so I haven't yet taken us to the contacts and the phone. But I will open each app one by one in the next few days. No, because you did it through the Apple system.
Just gonna add. was gonna try
You
to
don't
add
have,
the Apple
so
calendar.
here it is. So let me just see. Are you sure you don't have it? Hold on. I'm going to go to the Apple, to this final thing and write calendar, write the word just calendar, because that's all it's called. There it is. You have it. You just had it hiding. This is your Apple calendar. Go back. You're looking at one event. Go to the 23rd. And you added it twice. Okay. So we're gonna so a lot of people who have been using Google products inside of their phones, this is just using the phone products that come with your phone for the all of these devices and all of these things that come with the cloud. So if you haven't found your calendar yet, like basically that appointment we just made, we made in our Apple Calendar through the Apple system, through the Apple everything. So then it shows up in the Apple Calendar. And if you're looking around and not knowing your Apple Calendar is, it's just called Calendar. So you go to the app library and you write the word CAL, and there comes the calendar. And that one there, this is the Apple Calendar. It looks like that. All the Gmail, Google stuff has big G's or big M's for mail or big G's for calendar, stuff like that. Which, by the way, unless you installed them on your phone, they wouldn't be there. Just somebody installed that on your phone. And that's how come it's there. Somebody being probably you or someone who set you up, installed all the Gmail stuff, but which it's fine if that's what you're accustomed to, but you don't need them if you want to use the Apple stuff. Okay. I don't ever want to sound like I'm like, everything has to be Apple, but this is the Mac class, right? And so I'm teaching you all the Apple products. And if you want to use them, fine. If you don't. But here's the thing, that in this environment of, if you use all the Apple stuff, then this translates to being everywhere else. That said, if you've been using your Google Calendar all this time and it translates to the Google Calendar that it check on your phone, that's fine. You just won't be able to use these little details that I'm showing you right now of things automatically popping in, but there's nothing wrong with that. And this is the part that Gigi was telling me, and I don't want to go over everyone's heads too much, but Gigi was telling me he has a friend who has a calendar for, but it was the kids calendar. Exactly. A calendar for son's activities, a calendar for birthdays, a calendar for That's exactly how I have. And I'm gonna teach you that when I show you the calendar app. But I have in my phone, I have a way to assign things that are for my kids. And the reason I do that is because it's all color coded. So my work stuff is color coded yellow. My doctor's appointment is color coded red. My exercise is color coded green. My regular, just a reminder of something I need to do, is color coded purple. So then I look at my screen and I can just see the different calendars I have. And then I'll just suddenly, when I see red, for example, every now and then, whoops, someone meaning my kids or myself, someone has an appointment, I need to take them, or, well, I keep saying that. My kids are getting older. They're going to their own appointments now. Even doctor. The other day, my son took himself to the dentist. I'm like, oh, what did he say? But anyway.
I can color code it on my phone, but it doesn't work on my app.
Oh, yeah.
Colors.
Yeah.
Get fewer colors. I only get like 3 colors.
Oh, no, you get as many as you want. Okay, I'll show you that. So anyway, in the calendar app, if you have opened it and you see this, that's fine. Where am I on the 23rd? You might not see that. You might be seeing it in a different way. You might be seeing by week, by nothing. Wait until we get to explain the calendar app in a few meetings, and then we'll get to that. Right now, I want to do the final thing, which is in the phone. Check your contacts. So again, let's pull away. And again, if you don't know what the contacts app normally looks like, the Mac contacts app, okay? Again, we went to the Mac email, the Mac calendar, and the Mac contacts, and it looks like this. So don't open one that doesn't look like that. And if you're not sure, then do a search for the word contacts. So don't open the one you always open for contacts, open this one. Got it? All right, so open that one. And if you don't find it, let me know. And when you get in there, usually you'll be somewhere. And in this case, if I go up to the top where it says the word list and back out, then you have the different accounts. But if you click on all contacts, just to make sure you're there, then under all contacts, you can search for whatever. So in my case, you can search for, was it business services? Who sent you the invitation? SBCC Business Services. There it is, business services. And it should be there. You should find it, even though you set it up in your computer. Because we did that whole add to contacts in our computer, remember? And yet here I am, you're finding me on the phone. So everyone, see if you can find me on your phone. Not me, but this business service CAL, SBCC, which is what we set up. It's the one that on the first email, it came from there. So you should be able to find business service SBCC with these 2 emails, because that's where I sent you the invitation from. And once you find it, give me a yes.
Find that one, but I find your name.
Well, my name could be from some other time, but if you said on your computer, if you
I don't
put,
think I
so did you find the word, put the word business? So then let's go here and let's do it again. And you can do it on your phone, but just since that's where I told you to do it on the computer with Sue, I would do it that way. Can we go back and do it on your phone? Yes. And just in case someone wants to do it on their phone, we're going to go to the mail app on your phone and watch. You go next to this name and you click on that little arrow. Well, because I already have it, so it doesn't work. Because I have me as me, so it's harder. There it is.
Business services. That's why.
Click on Diana Musacchio. Just hover over it. And then if you show contact card, then, oh,
It's
so for
only your
you,
name.
it's under my name. Oh, for you guys. Oh, you didn't put this one away. You put me.
Well,
Oh, because you got it from D.E. Musaki. Okay, I sent it through that, but you got it through, okay, you got it through Pipeline versus me. Okay, so then, sorry, you're right. You should find me under my name then. Okay. give me a yes if you found me in your contacts under my name. Sorry, I forgot that since I was doing it to myself, I had to make it be through somewhere else.
Two SBC, but it was from.
But it was from me. Okay, so did you find me in your calendar and your contacts in the phone? I mean, on the computer, you put me in your contacts. Did you go to my phone and find me in your contacts on your phone?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, it could be that you already had me there. Why? Because I've been sending you emails, and so the computer already knew me, but it wouldn't have put it in your contacts. It would have just been recognized like, oh, Siri found an address for Deanna Osaka. Do you want to put it? The fact that in your computer you said add to contacts is why it's in your phone. When you say it was already there, yeah, it was already there from about an hour ago when we did that on the phone. Does that make sense? Okay. So now I'm looking at the time. All right. So I'm going to want to see everyone here said yes. You guys at home, did you find me? Deanna Masakio Pipeline in your contacts on your phone? Because we already know that on your computer you put it in there. Did you find that on your phone? And when you found it, was it correct? Meaning you changed the address. I don't know. The address was we didn't change the address in the contacts. Yeah, we went. Did you find in the address that the contact was from work and not from home? You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Because we just did that. So did you see if the contact had the correction made? I knew we had corrected something. All right, so I've got yeses from everyone. Clear your feedback. All right. Cool. So now, of that little roundabout process, where, by the way, on the phone now, if you clicked on that, how to get to the public library from where you are. So now I'm sharing my phone. So now it's Thursday and it's time to go to my book club meeting, and I'm going to click on calendar and
You're off. We can't hear you.
there we go.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to go to my book club on my phone, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to say, okay, it's time to go. And if I scroll down, see how the appointment pulls up, and there it says in my notes, that's true. Oh, it's Pride and Prejudice. Thank you. And how do I get there? I'm going to click on this map, and it's going to show me my phone directions app. And I'm going to say that I want to drive there. So I'm going to click on this thing that says 14 minutes by car. I'm going to click on that. And what if I don't have my car because it broke down? I can see how to get there by bus. So I'm going to click on the bus. So it's going to take me 47 minutes by bus. It changed 14 minutes by car, 47 minutes by bus. And it tells me where to go get the bus and what bus combinations I need. Okay. Or if I'm going to walk there, well, it's going to tell me 2 hours, 24 minutes to walk to the Santa Barbara Public Library from here, right? It was going to show me what's the best way to go. So anyway, and whenever I choose which way I'm going to go, if I'm going to bike there, it's going to show me the safest biking path. Now, this one here is interesting because it's new. And see how it's kind of waving? And it's like when you wave down a taxi or something, and this one's totally new. And it's share your location with ride booking apps to estimate fares and wait times. So if you happen to have like Uber app installed or Lyft or any of those, then you can tell them, because you might not know where you are. You know how it tells you need to, where are you? And I'm like, I don't know where I am. Well, you can go over here and you click on the app and you link your map to your app, but I don't have one set up in this phone. So that's that last one. That's new. That was never there before. Okay, so I'm going to drive. So I'm going to go with the drive. And I'm not stopping anywhere, so I don't need to add any other stop. And I'm just going to tell it to go. I'm going to click on go. And
Starting route to Santa Barbara Public Library.
okay. And I'm
Proceed
going
to North Turnpike Road.
I'm
Then
gonna
turn left.
close that. Okay. And if I need to reply to the email to say, guys, I can't make it or something like that, there it is in the appointment. You say show an email. I can click, it takes me to the email. And then from the email, I can write back, sorry, can't make it today. Or, ooh, can I bring a new member? Whatever you want to say. Did that work for you guys? Were you able to do the whole circuit? Nope. Sue, you're saying no. What's happening, Sue? You're muted.
I,
No, you're not muted. I can hear you. What's
Yeah,
wrong? Where did I lose you?
you lost me at the calendar.
Okay.
I'm on the calendar. I have,
Go to
the-
October 23rd.
yes, I'm on the 23rd and I have the book club. And at
Okay,
the
so
bottom, I have a map.
Okay, good. So now click on the map.
Okay. Oh,
There you
it
go. It took you to
shows the
maps.
library.
It took you to the maps app, right? And
No,
from the maps,
is that am I in the maps app? Well, I must be.
do you see a mappy-ish thing?
It's a map with the city
And
college.
it'll have a set
And
of minutes, right? Because I don't know where you are, where you live, but for you, it might be taking you 5 minutes or it might take you 25 minutes, depending on where you live, to get to the
Right.
Barbara Public Library.
But I can't get out of the map.
Well, I just took you there and then I said, okay, it's time to go. And I clicked on go and I got the directions. That's where I ended up. But to get out of an app, you just pull it up, right? You just go to the bottom of the film and you pull it up to get out of it.
It takes me around the world.
All right. You're touching the map. And so the map is spinning. Let me show you for a minute. Let me put this up to here, look at my screen.
Mhm.
If you can see me here for a second. So right now,
Yes,
here we
right.
go. If I press, hold on, it's getting blurry. Oh, I have
Press
it in
on
blur
the
mode.
book
Oh, I
club.
have hold on, I have the video in blur mode. Let me turn the blur off. Okay. So then when I click on the appointment, if I scroll down to the map, can you see?
Yes.
Click on the map, it takes me to the map app. A new map opened and it's telling me how to get there. Okay. So now if you want to leave there because you're not going there right now, how
That's
you
not
get
what
rid
I
of,
got.
okay, what did you get?
I got the map.
Well,
With
yeah, the map is on the top, but if you pull up, had you put the location as Santa Barbara Public Library or not?
Oh, to click on the library?
Do you have something that says how many minutes it'll
Okay,
take? to
got
get-
it, got it. I didn't click on the library. Okay. So
Yeah.
now I click on the,
Well, now it should have an estimate of how long it'll take you to get there.
got it.
If you click on that, it'll give you a couple of different choices. You can go in these 3 routes, depending on where you are. You might be getting
Right.
one route, non-route. I mean, I don't know where you are. So you might have only one way to get there, but here it's giving
No,
me
I've got
2 different
three or
versions
four
are
here.
14 minutes and one is 17 minutes.
Right.
So depending on what direction, and if I look up here in the map, it's showing me the preferred one is in blue. And then the
Right.
light blue one through the inside is the 17-minute one probably. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So I
got
just
it.
tell it the one that I prefer and then off I go with directions. Of course, we probably all know how to get to the Santa Barbara Public Library, but meaning somewhere downtown Santa Barbara. But if I had put in that I need to go to LA Public Library, it would be showing me, it'll take me whatever, 2 hours and show me all the address how to get to the LA Public Library, right? Or wherever, to the New York Public Library. It'll take a few days, but it'll give me an address for how to get to the New York
Okay.
Public Library.
I just didn't know to collect,
Yeah.
to click
So
on.
the last one I wanted to show you really quickly, and I can do it on the phone or I can do it on the computer, but let me just show you on the computer. And this one is one that you guys might like, which is, I'm going to go back to the pipeline, to the invitations, to today's invitation to come to this class. Where's my, around 6 a.m. here, Zoom link for this class. So I'm going to click on this link here. I'm going to copy this link, right? Or I can just even hover over it and click on this guy. That same little thingy that, and I can add it to there anyway. But right now I'm just going to copy it, right? And watch. I'm gonna, when I made that appointment, when I was making it, so here it is. I'm gonna, for those attending the Hatfix class or whatever at 1:10 p.m., I'm gonna click on that. I already have this appointment made. But I can make an appointment for the calendar, and I know it's almost time to go. So let me just show you really quickly the calendar, and we're gonna get into the details later. But say that the Santa Barbara Public Library, the book club meeting wasn't at the library. What the book club meeting was on Zoom. So over here where it says location, instead of the public library, let me make another one. Say I have another meeting, another appointment for the Zoom book club, because for some reason I'm going to do it on Zoom. Instead of it's at a location or video call. Saw that? It was either or. We wrote Pascucci's, we wrote Santa Barbara Public Library, but instead, if it's a video call, I can click on there and I can paste the link, right? So then whenever it hits the time, you know, suddenly at 2:30 p.m. on that day, I go to my calendar, I double click, and instead of clicking on an address, I click on this link and I join. So that would join me to the class or the book club or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's really.
Wow.
So you just paste it in there and under location. It says, remember that it said location or video call. So that's where you would paste the link. Okay.
I have to keep going back to that email.
Yeah. And so next time we get into talking about the calendar, I'm going to show you how to make a repeated calendar. So I never bother. I just have my repeated every Tuesday. So like on over here at 5 p.m., I'm going to start my class. And when it's time to start my class, I'll just come in here and I'll click on join and I'll join my Hyflix class. Does that make sense? But it's there already. I did it one time because I have this class repeat. This appointment repeats every time we need until it's time, right? And this is what I meant about the colors.
Tatlong pirasong talong ay eto at makakagawa tayo ng paborito nating.
I was talking behind Yolanda. Okay, guys. So this was a bit the around the world tour. Sometimes I spend time in one app, another app, and then I think that although that's important because now you guys we're going to get the one app after each other after this. I wanted to make sure you guys had the general idea of how all of these work together. And I haven't even shown you even half of it. How from the contacts you can send emails from the, you know, we can all do things, but this is just the general around the connection thing. All right. And also to make sure that everyone had everything working, because by the fact that you were able to connect from cloud to calendar on your phone and on your computer, that means that you all have the right setups on your thing. You didn't get today's class? Did you guys not get today's class?
I
What?
didn't. This is Martha. I didn't get the email.
You, Martha, didn't get the email today either?
Actually, I don't think Blas got his. I think it was a 5-day-old link that he used.
This one I sent today.
Diana, I did not get an email also.
Huh.
I didn't either.
Only reason why I was here is because I found from the last class we had, I found the what you call that. So I was able to
Okay, so I don't know what happened, but I sent it, but I can see that it wasn't.
on the notes there were at least 5 of us who did not
Yeah,
get-
and that might go to show why some other people didn't make it. Barbara emailed me saying I couldn't find the link, and I said, "Oh, you should have received it." But now that none of you did, it's good to know.
Yeah, there were
Okay.
at least 5 of us from what I saw on the notes.
Thank you, Yolanda, and I'll go check. And I'm sorry if so. I'm glad you guys made it. But on the other hand, this is one of the examples of why having it in your calendar as a repeated event, it would be great. You wouldn't have to ever go back to find the emails, right?
Yeah, because we know that it is a Wednesday and Monday, and
Yeah.
so I hang on there even
Okay,
if
well, Gigi says she found it in her pipeline, but not in her personal Gmail. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I did not find mine even up
Okay,
until
well,
now. That's the
So
class
I'm
is
gonna
over.
resend it. I'm gonna make sure that the Wednesday one gets sent to everyone, and if for any reason on Wednesday you don't see it, please let me know, but, yeah, I'll double check again.
Yeah.
Okay. Play around with these things, see, you know, how things connect. Try to get off of your Gmail or other apps for now, for the next, 5 meetings or 4 meetings at this point. And then once you get accustomed to it, you can decide if you like one or the other, but just give it a try, test it, get out of your comfort zone, see if any of this helps. All right. Yeah, it's time is over. So if you need to go, please go, but I'm still answering questions. Otherwise, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stabbing at the Ralphs on Hollister.
Oh, shh. Don't go to the Ralph's on Hollister.
Today?
When we saw that.
There was a shooting and a stabbing at the Ralph's on Hollister. Okay, if anyone's in that area, avoid it for now because there's sheriffs, there's a shooting and a stabbing on Hollister. Okay. Someone's mentioning that that's happening right now at the Magnolia Shopping Center. Shoot, okay. All right, the Magnolia Shopping Center, avoid it for now. I hope they're okay. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Deanna.